Nice. Got the any percent PB there, Whiskey. Well, that's good, Toe Man. How's the Monday going? I slept super weird. I feel like I've been sleeping kind of weird the last couple days, which has been a little unfortunate. But I'm doing okay. Neck's a little creaky. It's one of those days where you got a creaky neck. What's good, MCNA? So at some point, I'm sorry to say, we are going to, we're gonna do a little bit of setup just because of the awkward timing of Sajam wanting to raid me and his stream and then do some mic check shit in Discord real quick. So at some point, we'll be jamming slightly less for a second, and then we'll get back to our usual preamble stuff. But I hope everyone's doing good. Hope y'all are having a good meal. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Good there, blasters. It's not going to be quite tech support. It's like I need to capture his webcam and crop it to like fit the thing. That's like the one thing that I want to usually try to do beforehand. Sajam Guapo as his image? What should I use? No, you know what? I would totally use Majas for his image. If it didn't work, that's immediately what I'm typing into Google and pulling up. Let me make sure he knows that, at Sajam. But yeah, no, I'm doing good. I don't know what's up with my neck, though. I feel like I've just been sleeping so weird lately. That's alright, I'll recover. Such is the problem of gamers. I feel like, unfortunately, as gamers, all of our joints are, you know, we're dispositioned to the gamer bod. You ever see any of those old shitty gamer t-shirts where it's like, yeah, I'm a gamer, what of it? It's got a dude with, like, a hunchback, and he's got, like, claws, like, gripping a controller. That's me. Also, holy smokes, this bracket is big. Alright, I think Sajam's coming in, and then I'm gonna get him on the mic. We'll test some shit. Oh shit, is that gonna be the big party? Yes, it is. How is it going there? everybody? I hope you're all doing good.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Hope you're all... Why didn't my alert show up on stream? That's weird. Well, clearly I broke something with the alerts, but who cares? How's it going, everybody? If in case you don't know, my name is Solid Bones. I do these here streamy thingies for these beginner tournament brackets. What JRPG is this? You mean for the song or for the background? I think Sajam is getting up for a sec. Okay, Sajam is ready for setup. Let me give you a buzz. Whoa, wait, hold up. Dude, every single time, I never have my Discord on the right audio setting. And so you're always coming out of my speakers at Mach 9. Everybody on stream can hear you, so I know that, you know, you're prone to gamer moments off camera, so just keep that in mind.
Let's see, let me open up your stream.
Alright, let me crank you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet, probably. Most people, my audio is too quiet for them when they join.
It's alright, we can audio balance everything. How is Sajam, everybody? Is he still too quiet? He's at double volume. We're gonna have to...
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wax him.
Hey, welcome to the beginner bracket. Hopefully everybody's been chilling. It's nice to be here. The weather is great. The games are greater. Hey, that's user volume. Yeah, I might be too quiet. I'm not sure.
I love user volume. Okay, let me just move you over a little bit. Honestly, okay, at this point, Sajam, if you wanted to get up and grab something, I got your frame. So it's cool. So get the hell out.
Are you gonna Discord share me this stuff, or do I need to go to the lobby?
So I actually, I might ask you to join the lobby, just because the last couple times people's connections have gotten really fucky on Discord when I've tried to stream share with them. Would you be cool with that, or do you want to just be chilling?
We can try the Discord
We'll
thing,
do it.
and then if it's fucked up, I'll join.
Okay.
That's like I mean, it's your gig, so I trust your judgment.
That sounds so professional. Yeah, no, it's yeah, we'll try it, and then if it doesn't work out, we're cool. But yeah,
Okay.
you can get up. I'll just move the thing.
Snack
over.
time.
Snack time. Ooh, big snack. That cut is clean. My cut. I appreciate it. I've got. Unfortunately, I've got a blemish, but it kind of looks like I have a weird, like, sexy female lead in a James Bond movie mole, which is not... I want you to know I'm not complicit in this. This is not what I did not want that. Okay, let me... Where the hell is this actual source? Is that more... I think it's Lilith, isn't it? Right? I think this is Lilith getting electrocuted. Yeah, no, this is not a beauty mark. I woke up with this morning and I was like, fantastic. Love this. Sorry, hold on, I'm being a dope. Oh, is it under Deb? It is under Deb. Alright, Sajam, you are now honorarily Deb. Okay, hold up. We're gonna boop Sajam over. Everyone ready? You're about to see some movie magic. You're all about to see some real, like, ooh, behind the scenes stuff. Okay, let's do, like this. And then, like, this. Nice. That's looking good. But I hope everyone's doing well. How's everyone going? Sorry for there's a little bit of an awkward handoff there, just because I knew Sajam was gonna end his stream, and like it was kind of like, how do we do the flip off? You know what's funny is me and my I'll talk about bracket shit in here in a second, but me and my buddies just started playing. This is not River City Girls. This is World Ends With You. Me and my buddies just started playing the Switch port of World Ends With You over the weekend, which has co-op, which I didn't know. And it's so funny because it's like a waggle control kind of game, right? And it's waggle control for Grezdeck, dropping the big 2 months. Thank you very much. The waggle control game. So like me and all the homies sitting on the couch with our Joy-Cons pointed at the screen. It looked like we were from like a Wii commercial from like the 2000s. It was so funny. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good time. So, okay, let me, because I think there's a lot of you here, more so than usual. So let's preface real quick. You may be wondering, whom's the fucks is this man's talking to me right now? Like I said, my name is Solid Bones. I've been doing like streaming beginner brackets as well as open brackets and whatnot for the past year and a half or so, mostly out of Sajam's Discord, but lately I've been kind of all over the place. But so the goal of tonight is for us to have some people that are somewhere between like inconsistently celestial lower, right? So like right there, like if you hit celestial occasionally or something, it's probably fine. We actually have an ELO cutoff. If you're interested, you can look at the bracket, which I will update in Nightbot right now because I did not do it. You can look at the bracket if you're curious. We have rules for it, but it's in the... Basically, it's a 1600 ELO cutoff is generally the way to think about it. Hold on, I'm updating it. How dare you do exclamation point bracket when I say that it's actively not updated? What are you trying to do to me? Come on, give me a break. Generally 1600 ELO cutoff. If you're like 1600 ELO and it's plus or minus 7,000, who gives a shit? It's okay. Then you're fine. But like, generally the goal is to have people around that limit. If I see you on stream, or if someone mentions that like, hey, I think this dude kind of, you know, slid in. He's a little, you know, this guy One-E, I don't know if you heard of him. His name's like Hitashi or something. Dude's pretty good. Then you're gonna be banned, and also you're gonna be banned from anything I'm ever involved in for the rest of my life, because I'll be really fucking mad at you. So just keep that in mind. You know, not too much of a threat, but don't do that. Can we get some cool guest commentators for the open bracket, like Adam? I keep making the joke that I want to get Adam Sessler to commentate on this, because it's on like second FGC thing he's ever going to be involved in is Adam Sessler. Is like, you know, we're going to get him for Beginner Cup. And you said Adam West, and my brain broke. What? Oh, no, if, like, you're in this tournament and you know that you shouldn't be, and you're here to, like, beat people up, I'm gonna, like, be upset. That's the TLDR. But typically, we haven't really had that. But if I notice, if, like, you're on stream or something, and we're in, like, top 8, and I see you, and I think you're too good, I might just shoot you, right? I might just be like, get the fuck out of this tournament. You know, no hard feelings, but you lost. Sorry to say. You went straight to losers. You went 0-2 in top 8. Yikes, bro. I will absolutely hit you with it. Only wasn't so busy for school. Yeah, I understand. Like, I try my, like, the reason it's at this time, because I know it doesn't work for everybody. Right now, we're only doing Strive. We did plus R ones for a bit. We did Street Fighter 5 ones back in the day, which was basically how this whole thing started, when we were doing Street Fighter 5 tournaments. Which now feels like ancient history. But, frankly, we stopped doing Street Fighter 5 because the netcode made me so sad. Dude.
What'd you say about Capcom's netcode?
I'm sorry, sir. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna go to break, everybody. I'll catch you all later. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Not allowed in these parts.
I'm so scared. Where are you? Oh, you're here. Okay, there he is. You teleported in. That was... you jump scared everyone in chat. Okay, I think you're... We'll move you over a little bit more.
Okay. I'll probably sit like this. So, let me sit up. Mine did teleport in.
Okay, let me do... Sajam, I'm feeling like 675. And then we'll do... This goes to here. Looking better. You know, you like being framed leftward, right? That's your preferred position.
I think so. I don't know what leftward means. Actually, I'm like a noob, so I'm just gonna say yes.
Wait, hold on. Let me. Let's try like.
You know, the best thing is I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. I can't wait. My hair is like. I could actually do the Bones haircut. Like I could do the half face covered.
I don't like those.
Like this is what's up, guys? What's up, fellow boners?
True story. When I was about to do the... Oops, sorry. Every time I click off of you, I have to make sure. It's like a whole complicated setup, because if I ever click off your face, you just freeze in place. It's very scary.
Oh, that's why the chair was frozen.
Yeah, that's why it was frozen. You teleported then. When I was doing the Evo thing, right, I was like super nervous for it, and literally the only thought in my brain 24 hours a day was I was like, there's a good chance Eris is gonna see me and say, they got a Yori to do this? Yo, they got a Yori? And that was like the only thing occupying my thoughts
that
for
would
like
have
a
been
week.
So sick. Oh man.
I don't think he watched it.
No, probably not, because I think he doesn't care unless Tekken's gonna be there, and he knows Tekken's gonna be there, so he's like, yeah, it's fine.
He didn't watch it. His stream chat sure did.
Yeah.
But Sajam, thank you very much, by the way, for taking the time out of your busy schedule. As in, literally, I know you said it earlier, but I realized how I kind of picked a bad time. I didn't know yet, chat, how many things Sajam was involved in.
Dude, I mean, that's the funniest part, right? Is like, when you asked me, it was a long time ago. It's not like you asked me like yesterday. And you're like, are you free like 5 Mondays from now? And I was like, what could possibly be happening then? You know what I mean? I was like, there's probably nothing. I'm sure it's fine. I was like, yeah. And then like everybody on the planet got in contact with me and they're like, I have a secret mission for you. I was like, oh God.
Well, because I knew about some of those things, and we were like, you were just shrugging, like, man, I don't know when it's gonna happen, and it's just like, okay, sounds like it's not gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, because like you never know, and then it all kind of came up at the same time. But honestly, I don't mind because it gives me a better excuse to take tomorrow off.
That's great. Yeah.
I was gonna do anyway, so I'm like, perfect.
Nice. Yeah. Well, again, really do appreciate you taking the time. What kind of snacky did you grab? Something good?
I had pizza. Heated up the pizza. It was great. I gotta say, I really hit the spot. It's gonna power me through this. And thanks for having me. This tournament's great. I think everybody loves beginner tournaments in general, and I appreciate you running the event. Actually, you know, the nicest part about running as you disappear into the ether.
Sorry, I was grabbing my hitbox.
The nicest part about running my tournaments, like the stuff with Smash GG, is that I get to pay all my TOs. Like, that is like the nicest thing. It's like, hey, these people do all this great work all the time, so it's nice to like do an event where the sole purpose on my end of accepting the work is to give you guys money. That's like the entire reason I want to do it.
And you know, we greatly appreciate you. It's funny, right? It feels, you know, what's funny is like how distant some of those old conversations feel. When I specifically remember, like, there was a whole blowout. I want to say like the last Evo that happened in person. Where they were just like, why aren't y'all paying the bracket runners? And they were just like, we never did, bro. But now that feels like so long ago. Like,
they ended up paying them after that, I guess.
They did.
Like,
they got in enough trouble, and I think Rick yelled at them.
I think everybody was like, what the? It's funny because like it's like a no-brainer that you should probably be paying them. But I think a lot of events, it's not just that Evo. It's like a lot of events for forever has just had them be volunteers. So, you know, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, like, also, if we've all been doing an event where like the bracket runner doesn't know how to run a bracket. They're like brand new, and they just are like the person running your pool, and someone has to walk up to them and like teach them, like a player in the bracket, the pool has to teach them. And like I've been there, so you know, I get it. But like a big event, you should probably have someone who knows how to run it, right?
It also, I mean, it's a difficult position, right? Because it's the kind of thing where once you run a couple brackets, generally you kind of got it, right? Like you understand how it works. But the first time you try to do it, it is not obvious. Like I vividly remember running my first tournament and like being way in over my head and being like, okay, so what is double elimination? Right?
Yeah, and
like,
also the bracket on paper brackets look weird. Like if you're not used to them, like bracketing software, you can kind of follow and stuff, but like paper brackets, you have to write people's name in places. So I mean, I've been involved in a lot of tournaments where like the person goes to the wrong place and losers. They just like, just put them in the wrong spot. They just move them straight down and they don't flip them or anything. And you're like, oh god. So yeah, it happened.
The last Evo that happened, I had one friend who went there. And it's like the funniest, most unfortunate series of tournament event things that they had happen because my friend Peanut was standing directly next to the bracket runner that they had. And they were just checking things off. And he like looked at him and just DQ'd him. And my friend didn't know. Like he didn't know what he was doing. But he was standing there waiting to be called. And he didn't call anybody and just crossed his name off. And he found out like 30 minutes later. He asked the guy, like, should I be playing? And he's like, oh, dude, we're so far past that in the bracket now. Like,
no.
I'm sorry, you're dead. And then they sat down to play in their KOF pool, which was on a computer, right? Which, you know, now it's always a buzz phrase that comes up every 6 months where everyone's like, these tournaments gotta be on PC. This shit can run Elden Ring 60 FPS. And he sits down to play on it. The guy next to him plugs in his headphones and kills all the audio on the setup, and they couldn't get it back. And he's just playing in silence while his other dude's wearing his big headphones like, yeah, gaming. Chaos.
That is fucking tight. I have heard about the same thing where someone plugs in their stick or like their headphones and it like nukes the setup. Like everything just breaks. I've definitely heard of this. Not even just on PCs, but like everywhere. Like someone just plugs something in and like a power strip dies. Like you're just like, well, there it is. Like,
dude, that was the same. I turned on the Yatagarasu stream for a second at that Evo, and it was like, I'm like, okay, what's this game look like? And then the commentators were like, I'm sorry, everyone, the game audio is dead because someone plugged in headphones, so this is just in silence now. And it was like,
yeah. I'm sure all of you have had that too, where you like plug in a controller and Windows is like, you want your speakers to be the DualShock, and you're like, what? No, I don't want my speakers to be the DualShock, and your computer's like, all right, you have no audio anymore, and then you have to go sort that out. And you're like, I hate it here.
All right, you're back. Can you see my stream?
Yeah.
Cool. Dope.
I can see what's happening.
Dope. All right, let me do this. We'll make this. Okay, so for anybody knowing, for Ronnie Sunshine, in case you didn't know, he dropped the big 17 months, and that's fucking crazy. Thank you very much, Ronnie Sunshine. That's a long-ass time.
Thanks, Ronnie.
For those of you who don't know, so the way that this bracket works is for a lot of you, because I look at the challenge bracket and it scares me every week that there's like 40 new people, and I see so many comments about this, like your first tournament and stuff, right? For those of you who don't know, the bracket's going to be finalized in about 5 minutes. That's when check-in's going to close. Once that happens, the bracket's going to get shuffled up again. So you don't really know who you're going to be playing yet. At 7:30, you're going to find out who you're playing for real. Also, a bunch of people are probably going to drop out unwillingly by not checking in. You know, it's sad. But anybody who drops out, then people in the wait list are going to get populated. So if you're in the wait list and you're checked in, hang tight. At 7:30, you're going to find out when you're in. 5 minutes or 5 Dragon Ball minutes? No, like actually 5 minutes, like for real.
Yes. Like as in you should check in now. They're like pinging people in the Discord.
Yes. Let me get Sigmund the big code.
No Sigmund. Dude, Eris was explaining why his break screen says full Sigmund.
Wait, I never heard this.
It's the most stoner explanation I've ever heard in my life. So like, apparently it used to say no signal, and then someone said no Sigmund as like an autocorrect. And he thought that was funny, so he made it no Sigmund. And then someone was like, when are we gonna go full Sigmund? And he like laughed at that and was like, yeah, it's full Sigmund. And I was like, there's no way in my life for me to have ever made it there without hearing how this got there. You know what I mean? Like full Sigmund, I just assumed it was like a fucking Dark Souls character I never heard of. His name was Sigmund, and he just liked them, you know?
Yeah, he crashed into the cathedral. He's wearing black armor. He's at the bottom of Anor Londo. I remember that guy, full Sigmund. He's great.
Yeah, Sigmund. Yeah, full Sigmund. He dies like all the NPCs. You know, you work with them. I saw that tweet that was like, if you like a Dark Souls or like a FromSoft NPC, just don't talk to them and they'll live. But like if you talk to them, they'll die. I was like, yeah.
Dude, I was cracking up because there's the spoilers chat for Elden Ring. There's a girl that you talk to, and she's like, "Oh, hello, please go to the castle. My dad
Yeah.
He fighting." And it's like, if you don't talk to her, it's fine. But as soon as you talk to her, a guy walks up and cuts her head off, and it's like
she's just dead. Yeah.
It's like, well,
the minute you help her, and the funny thing is like you like go 10 feet away, and then there's like the castle. You can see it.
Yeah, it's right there.
So,
and there's like enemies like right there. So one of them just sauntered over and was like, "What are you doing here?" It's like, why are you here?
Yeah. She really should have like come with you or like gone somewhere. Like I don't. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to play Dragon's Dogma, Sajam?
No, but I've thought about it like 8 times.
It's I think you'd like it. It's the crustiest game ever made, and you have to have a 15 asterisks of certain things, I think, to really like appreciate it.
Yeah, I believe it.
Most important thing though, the right trigger in that game makes you pick up anything. So you can pick up a barrel, you can pick up a guy, you can pick up a lady, and I really wish Elden Ring had that.
Yeah, just randomly pick people up and move things all over the place.
Yeah. Anyway, all that stalling aside. So in 3 minutes, everybody, the check-in is going to close. So for those of you, again, where this might be your first thing, the goal of tonight, everybody, is going to be, first of all, I imagine that Sajam is probably going to have a lot of advice and a lot of smart things to say. I'm probably going to drift more into yelling and making funny noises. This is just our dynamic now. This is set in stone. But generally, we're going to be trying to give people some advice for how to potentially improve and strive and stuff. But most importantly, the vibe of tonight is just around, like, you know, chilling and having fun playing video games. And the goal is that hopefully, even if you go 0-2 tonight, which first of all makes you a demigod, because that means you can go eat a big pizza and then play games after, and your life is chilling. But if you do that, hopefully you find some sparring partners and you get to find people to consistently play with. So, like, the only person I've ever banned in my chat room, for the record, is someone who said, yo, this Potemkin is ass, a couple weeks ago. So if you're thinking about typing something like that in the chat, please don't.
You know, it's one thing to, like, go to a tournament stream in, like, top 8 and be like, Punk's actually not very good at fighting games, right? Like, it's one thing to be that person and, like, be so bold. But, like, to go to a beginner bracket tournament and talk shit, you truly have to be subhuman. You know that? You gotta be the lowest of the low.
Yeah, right? Like, it's in the title. Like, you know?
Yeah. It's fine.
I gotta say, like, as... it was so funny that everyone was talking earlier today about, like, dude, the Twitch chats were bad. And it's like, yes, and it's still a problem. People should still mention it because it's an issue. But, like, it's been that way for as long as I can remember in most of the bigger chats that aren't managed. And I remember the worst stream chat I've ever seen ever, because everyone talks about Twitch chats. The one time I saw a CPT tournament on the YouTube live stream, and you're getting, like, YouTube commenters live in the chat. Dude, these players were the worst fucking players on this earth. Like, every decision they made, they were like, he could have killed. Like, it was like, what?
Yeah, they're all really grumpy all the time. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, like, you sort of expect it, but if you roll up with a large enough army, you can sort of handle it. But when you got nobody, there's like 0 mods in the chat. It's, dude, I don't even type in chat. It's like the Wild West. When I go to CPT chat, I don't have a mod, so like I go in there and people just try to kill me. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Like,
I assume you type in chat and then, you know, the Capcom kill switch under the desk gets pulled and then they're 15,000. It's like the Sentinels in the Matrix. They all like swarm in on you.
Yeah, it's basically exactly that. They just all run at me. I'm like, uh-oh, it's over.
All right, let me turn on the Strive game audio so we can listen to our favorite song. You know, one time I tried to mod the Strive lobby music and everybody was like, dude, it's easy. It's going to make your streams 5,000 times better. And it didn't work. And everyone still makes fun of me for it. I'm sorry.
What? Like, what went wrong, if I may ask? Like, what was so wrong with whatever it's called?
Well, somebody was like, all you gotta do, Bones, look, this is ABCs. Take this file, put it in this folder, name it this. And I did, and it didn't work. And they're like, I know it's wrong, Chief, I'm sorry. Like,
dude, people owe it. Dude, you don't understand. I was trying to figure out some software recently. Dude, it was like, all right, let me see how to use this. And I was just like, install this and you'll be fine, right? And I'm like, okay, no problem. I installed it. I was like, I'm like poking it with a stick. I'm like, nothing happened. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do.
It's dude, I feel so bad. I lied to you, chat. I'm surprised nobody's called me out on it yet, because I said I was like, I'm gonna make the plunge, I'm gonna uninstall OBS, and I'm gonna figure everything out this week, and I still didn't because I'm scared, because like everything slightly works, and I'm just like,
wait, as in like you're using XSplit and you want to use OBS?
No, I wanted to redo OBS and like get all my scene set up again and stuff, and start using Stream Elements, but it's just I'm so nervous about things not working.
Dude, everything might break. I'm the same way. Like, I don't think people understand the tightrope you walk as a streamer with your scenes barely functioning. Like, they produce audio and video, and that's enough for me. I don't really need them to do, like, I'm like, yep, looks good.
Your partners in this tournament? Let's go. Good luck to them.
Okay. Yeah, I hope they are the greatest beginner ever. Or, I don't know, the best beginner of all the beginners. And then you're not a beginner anymore, so get owned.
So yeah, you get owned.
And scram.
It's so funny how everybody in like I poke through the comments whenever you did the beginner tournament analysis things, just because a lot of people ask questions and I can like answer them. And it's so funny the different varieties of comments you get on those videos, because you get some people, there's the one guy who is just like, these people are beginners, I'm a frog, but like serious, type like an essay. But you also just get people who are like people get so hung up on the definition of like what a beginner is and why it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think it's not that important. And I mean, people like, I think it's valuable feedback and stuff to say like, I don't think the term beginner is what you should use. You should use like learner's bracket. But I honestly don't think there's like a term that like solves it, and beginner gets the immediate point across, I think, to people better. But
yeah, it makes more sense, I think, to most people. Also, like, the thing is that people only see the matches that I watch, and I only watch the matches of people who are in the chat. Like, I don't watch the whole tournament, right? So there's, like, plenty of people who probably fit their definition of beginner in the bracket that they either just didn't see because they weren't on stream, or they were on stream and I didn't watch their match, right? And like if you think about a bracket like this, just for perspective, for people who are like, I'm a beginner and like I can't win in a beginner bracket, or I'm worried about a beginner bracket, like a quarter of you will go 0-2 in every bracket that ever happens, right? So like, you know, at Evo, when there's like 1,000-person bracket, you know, 50% of people lose round 1, and then the next 50% lose in losers, and then you're 0-2, right? That's just how it goes. So, you know, if there's a 64-person bracket, 16 people are going 0-2 no matter what. There's going to be a bunch of people who are going to lose. And it's like the same thing in Capcom Cup. If you have the 32 best players in the world, right? A quarter of them are going to go 0-2, even if they're the best players ever. So it's like totally fine to lose in a beginner bracket, and I wouldn't stress about it. I would just say that your goal of these is to find other players of your skill level and then play them. And like you can find people that are fun to play that you're like, oh, this is cool. This person's not murdering me in the tower. Like everybody's floor 10.5 and I'm just dying. Like it's like way better to just play people who are your actual skill level.
Yeah, you know, some tournaments, you know, you gotta play at a setup by the bathroom and you get knocked off on stream. And I mean, life sucks. Yes,
I've also played 8 a.m. pools at tournaments and fought against people who I'm like, I'm either the new person or they're the new person, and you know how bad it feels to be like out of a tournament at 8:47 in the morning. Like you're like, this sucks. It's 8:47 a.m. I don't want to be awake, and I'm out now. Like this is the worst.
Well, believe it or not, Sajam, and also I turned myself down, chat, so me and Sajam can be on the same power level. Let me know if we both sound good, okay? Because I don't want to boom over him. But this is going to be our first match of the night. This is going to be Hiyori and Phillap. It's going to be
Phillap?
Phillap? I don't know how you pronounce
love that. I didn't see it, but I love the idea of Phillap. Like Phillip Flap? I like the idea going on there.
Do you have any immediate big thinkums about the Pot Faust matchup?
Yeah, I mean, so this matchup is interesting because I think it is a matchup where Faust, you can kind of hold space sort of more comfortably than others because, you know, even though it is kind of scary to like zone and like be Faust sometimes, at the same time, Potemkin is like kind of slow and he doesn't have that many scary threats like a lot of the times at full screen like other characters can do against Faust, where even though he has good normals and stuff, he just got kind of smoked, you know. So yeah, I think this is like nice because Faust gets to actually play the video game a bit.
He's gonna pop. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like the play we're seeing so far. One thing I would like to see maybe a little bit more from the Faust player is 5K, as like both a neutral poke and also to challenge things a bit, because it's great against people who are high hitting, or like Potemkin when he's, you know, jumping or trying to move around and live his life.
Yeah, and I think that that was like, how many things is he about to get hit by? It was 200 tonners.
Yeah, it was like 2 weights, trumpet, and like mini Faust or something. Oh god, you could die here. Oh god.
This is, yes, for risky chicken blocking. Ooh, that could have been a punish if he didn't jump.
Yeah, I think Faust's best punish is like 5p, 6p on that or something, or maybe 5k works also. Oh, the hammer.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I think Faust is absolutely a character that can take a lot of getting used to, because you have to realize there's now a mini game at play, right? Where he throws an item, you need to see what it is and be ready to like react accordingly, because like it absolutely costs games. That was a good whiff punish.
Yeah. I like the burst timing too, though, to actually hold the corner here. This looks great.
That was so unfortunate. I kind of wish Phillap did jump back JD there instead of JS, because Faust JD almost certainly would have hit there.
Yeah, it's such a good button. It's one of those buttons that takes, you know, you gotta get used to using it, but it's like really strong actually. Oh, wow. They are both such despicable like humans for that. They both did command grab actually, and just Pot command grab worked out, which is really funny.
He got the command grab and also Pot got the donut. Oh, big heat knuckle on the J2K. Unnecessary violence.
I love that we're seeing a lot of upbacks on Wake Up actually from the Faust, because you know, the Potemkin players here is just doing a lot of like Garuda, but then there's no teeth behind it if you're not using like 2K and 2D and like close flash a little bit more beforehand.
Yeah, I think like my immediate recognition of how Hiyori's doing it is I think they understand like why the things Potemkin has is strong, but they haven't like fully understood how you mix in the other things to make them like really scary.
Nice. I like jump P there actually. I kind of wish it was air throw, but it's not the end of the world. There's the punish. If you have burst here, you need to use it before you get. Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of need to burst there before you get pushed away as Potemkin, because you have a chance to offensive burst into the corner, which is so incredibly valuable. You know what I mean? Like you need that offensive burst so that you can then take advantage and then like try to get whatever. So if you're Pot there and you get hit by a far slash, it's time, right? You burst, you know, you take that corner position and then you go for command grab or close slash or whatever and force Faust to guess, and then you win the round off of it. So your burst oftentimes with pot is not always about you living, but it's also like finding favorable positions on the screen for you to win.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's what makes zoners so despicable sometimes in Guilty Gear games, right? Because like you get in, they burst, they're now in optimal. They have Oki basically from full screen, and there's a beast and a tree and a web, and you're already just dealing with all that nonsense. Like,
yeah, you're like, this sucks. They should give Faust an item that's Testament's old web. That would be sick. Like Testament can just throw old web and like beast and like zap a sword. And it's just like a CPU on its own. That would be great.
You should be able to throw entire characters and they just start running at you. Have you ever fought the AI in like Accent Core plus R?
I don't think so. I don't think I ever did.
If you ever crank their AI to max, they start slashbacking just every frame sometimes, where they wake up and it's just literally a yellow bubble. And if you touch them, they slashback and it's like...
It's 18 slashbacks, you're like, I'm dead. Like, this is danger.
Anyway, Phillap's up 1. Yeah, see, that's like, again, it's the item awareness, right? Which is really difficult. Nice conversion off it.
Yeah, it's like really, you know, as important as it is for Faust, that's unlucky, to pay attention, like you as the opponent have to recognize it too. Like you can't just assume that it's going to be, you know, some item that lets you approach. Wow, I love that they went low. That and then overhead, that was so sick. I think Scalpel might have killed there.
No, you don't hit the he 2K'd it. That was unfortunately like the worst idea possible.
I mean, you punch little homie punches back, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta, if you're gonna hit Mini Faust, you have to FD right there so you don't get chipped out, right? I think hitting Mini Faust early is perfectly fine, but at the same time, you know, you gotta know that you're gonna get chipped out after. Oh, I love that wake up back Mega Fist, actually. It's a really good answer since we've seen so much command grab.
Yeah. I don't actually really know what, I don't know what, like, Faust punishes the forward Mega Fist.
I think we saw 2K earlier. I'm guessing 5P, 6P, and 5K probably are fine. Those are probably the options you're looking for here. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, you don't really want that to OTG. Yeah, you could die here.
Okay.
I would like to see some flicks maybe on the bomb bag too. Oh, this is big. Yeah, this is a really bad spot. Oh, punish.
Nice.
Not a home run finish, but it got the job done anyway. I don't think it mattered there. I think actually the biggest thing for that Potemkin player is they have to do stuff that's not just Garuda into Garuda into Garuda, because it's very good and people will respect it, but the Faust player just held up back. They're like, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. And if that's the case, that's totally fine. But yeah, you need to check them, because like the Faust player is holding up back and you're not hitting them with 2K or whatever after to keep them on the ground. So it's like really important. Even something like 2K Kara Garuda, because they were even doing Kara Garudas, is like perfectly great there, because you'll catch the up back and then they'll deal with the Garuda after. I want to see a little bit more 2K 2D basically.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that... Oh, I thought they went back into it. Jeez, I didn't know. It's one of those things that you don't realize in fighting games until you play them enough, that like it's the little things that make those bigger plays like happen and people respect them, right? Like it's like geefs in Street Fighter, right? That when they realize like, damn, I need to strike this guy like 4 times before I can actually hit him with SPB, right? Like you need to do the tight stuff as Potemkin before you start stealing turns with Garuda, right?
Yes, yeah, Garuda is good, but only when the threat of the other options makes Garuda extra scary. You know what I mean? Like, you got to see a little bit more like 2K 2D, or even like 2K Car Garuda, 2K 2D into Garuda, or even like 2K 2D into like Mega Fist or Hammerfall to mix those options up too. Those are all great, like all things that you got to use.
Yeah. And I think the only other thing that I could think of for old Phillap there, because I think in general they were doing good. They even did a dirty Faust overhead thing. Come on, get out of here. That's gross. But like, the only thing I noticed is just a distinct lack of Faust JD just as a poke, because I think like it can be borderline. I've seen it use like a back Mega Fist in the corner and stuff, right? Like if you just up back this Faust and do it, it's super hard to contest without like you being really on it. So that's just like, because they were frequently going for like JS, which is a little more of like a specialized button, or like J2K and then like not really getting much for it.
Yeah, I think in neutral too against Potemkin, jump H is actually really good too. Even in this game, I think it's better in the other gears, but it's like still a pretty good option actually. so that he can't just armor through whatever you're doing and smoke you.
We have a question from the chat, Sajam. Can you ask why 2K instead of close slash for a better combo?
Yeah, so like when you're doing Garuda up close, most of the time afterwards, you're probably not going to be in close slash range unless you do like absolute most meaty spacing card Garuda, right? So if you're point blank, close slash is perfectly fine. It'll catch their jump after Garuda, which is great. But if you're a little further away, 2K2D is kind of what you have to look for there because, you know, close slash probably just won't reach. So that's like the big reason why using 2K there is better than close slash. If you're point blank, then go for close slash. But a lot of times you're further away and they FD or something and you don't have the right spacing for it.
Also, pot 2D goes like full screen, so if you hit him with 2K, that 2D's hitting. It's not.
Yeah, you can do 2K 2D into like Hammerfall break and then do Garuda again, Goraida, and then you just kill him.
Anyway, we've got OlafOlafson versus
a beast name.
Alyra. Oh no! Wait, okay, we're okay. We just had to check it real quick. You know, had to work on the transatlantic cable.
We were checking to make sure that that connection was there. Yeah.
Good whiff punish on the 2H.
Mm-hmm. I like that early we're seeing a lot of, what's it called? A lot of, like, pretty standard Eddie options. You know, this is not an easy character to play as a beginner, right? It takes a lot of work. That looked great. Everything about that was great, except you didn't have Eddie anymore. You were just on your lonesome, but everything else was good.
That was weird that frog whiffed there. No, this is not single a limb. That would be fucking brutal for a beginner bracket.
Yeah, that would be tragic, actually. I like this Eddie pressure. There's a few issues with it, but like the ideas are all right. Oh, this is so bad. As an advice for the Baiken player there, if you get counter hit Matt, you can dash forward and do close slash. So just, you know, keep that as an idea. If you're looking for a confirm off counter hit there, I think you probably could have just killed with a slight adjustment to your combo.
Oh,
no burst.
Heartbreaker.
I like not bursting too.
Yeah, I think not bursting there is a respectable decision.
Yeah. I think also one thing that's pretty useful in this matchup as Baiken is your 2H is great, which we've seen a lot of usage of so far. But I would like to see a little bit of like raw Kabari in neutral to stop him from just summoning. Like Eddie, you know, Zato's just sitting there vibing, summoning and stuff, having the time of his life. That's like a really good neutral option from far away that I would like to see a little bit more. Yeah. Right here at this range. Yeah, that looks great, right? So you stop him from just being able to summon for free and not worry about what you're doing. It's like a really good option, and then you can mix that in with like air dash jump S into that's the kind of strat you're looking for there, just slightly different timing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be tough, right? Because I mean, we saw there's moments in that where you need to recognize like you blocked like a move that is minus, and then as Baiken, right, you need to swing with something. You can't. Yeah. Like the second Zato's pressure is fake is when it gets really scary, like more so than usual. Yeah. Like we saw some blocked drills and stuff that were just like he's right next to you. Like that's a great time to I think stick out like 2H potentially or something, right?
Yeah, and also I think the most important thing that new players struggle with against Zato most of the time, and we see it in this matchup as well, is like he requires you to think about what he's doing constantly, right? So you have to think about like, okay, what's his summon, what's he doing, where should I be, what should I be looking for, etc. And like we haven't really seen the Baiken player here like try and stuff the summons when he's out, like not trying to hit Eddie or anything. This is fine actually. This wall's flat. Like, we haven't really seen, like, Baiken just post up from full screen, wait for Eddie to come out, and then kill him. That's, like, a really important part of this matchup.
Yeah, there they got the Kabari. They actually, I think Alyra unnecessarily backed off there. I think they did have momentum in that situation. And, like, I think that the threat of Kabari is once you land it, Zato goes, oh, hey, I don't have very good defense now, do I? And you go
he just explodes. Like, he's got no life. You gotta wake up super here for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
How'd you know? Damn, he's good.
Because you have all that meter and the wall break might kill? Yeah. Okay, it didn't quite reach the wall, but it would have killed. And then the nice thing is you have meter to RC there, and you got to shoot the gun. It's time.
That was a gold burst.
Pull out the gat. Oh, that was a good try.
That was. Yeah, he gold bursted when he had 100 meter. He's got meter for the next Guilty Gear version.
Yeah. When Guilty Gear Thrive comes out, you're going to be spending all that meter in the next game, like, just vibing.
Yeah, that was a good frog.
Okay, I like that. I like that we saw a challenge there instead of just letting Zato do whatever Zato wants to do. And I would say probably the biggest issue this Baiken player is having is the Zato player keeps doing, like, up back. Oh, this is a pretty bad spot. Hold on. 6K,
the overhead.
classic.
And that should
That's
be
the
it.
kill. Yeah. The Baiken player lost a lot to one thing that Zato players do constantly, which is up back and then they air dash forward. And the trajectory of it is like really hard to deal with because like he kind of hangs up in the space like right up here, and then he just like zooms across to you, right? And like that is really pesky to deal with off of a back jump. So you're like, oh, I don't know what to do about that. But you have to 6P assuming he's gonna come into your space or air to air him with something, because otherwise you let him like retreat and then attack and then reset up his offense and stuff, and you're just in a bad spot.
Yeah, I think that the only other thing I'd point out is like you've pointed this out too a billion times, but Zatos are addicted to 6P, right? Like as soon as they don't have any meter, they are hitting that 6P button, and you need to be conscious of that because we saw them get counterpode out of like 5H or 5S like several times, and like that's when you reach for the 2H button, right? Like the first of all, because Baiken 2H is a pretty good
dastardly button. Yeah.
And we didn't see too much of it, and I think getting used to the range that you can assault with it would like really help a lot in that matchup, especially because it like cold stops 6P.
Yeah, I think it's like one of the best anti 6P buttons in the game. Like the reward off of it is humongo, and like you also can just do it as a poke because it's good. So you know, it's like kind of like a why not? I'm just gonna run up and hit 2H because like you explode if it hits you.
He said the burst was weird. He hit you on your screen. There was a rollback or something. It rolled back from being a blue burst to a gold burst.
I'll take it.
Hell yeah. Also, yes, it's first to 2 up until top 3, not until top 8. Just because, you know, we have lovely guest commentators on the show sometimes. Not Sajam. I don't know who this guy is. But the I just don't want to keep people for too long, and the bracket already runs for like 3 hours. So we only do first to 3 once we get to top 3, not top 8.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty normal for most tournaments too, actually, even, to be honest. Some of them run top 8, first 3, but some, you know, wait until top 3 anyway.
Did I ever tell you when Strive first came out and I was doing commentary on Leffen's stream for his Strive tournaments, and I poke in and Leffen's like, let's go first to 3 whole way. We're not like those FGC idiots, and we get the top 8 first to 5 whole way through, baby. And I was just like...
Yeah, I remember like there was like a sub goal for 4 out of 7 or something for like the top whatever. I was like, that is beast. That is, you truly have to be built different, you know? I was like 4 out of 7 time, it's time. But I mean, I'm fine with either. Like, if you want to do 2 out of 3, you want to do 3 out of 5, it's cool. But yeah, a lot of tournaments typically do like 2 out of 3 most of the way through, and then 3 out of 5 for top 3. Which I mean, they did that at Texas Showdown for like most games. Like, besides like, I think Strive was 3 out of 5.
I mean, Strive typically, there's not a lot of matchups where people don't explode. I understand. Like, the only reason we do first to 2 again is just for because it's Monday night, and we try to make it as good as we can for people in different time zones. But do your first to 1 single limb tournament? No.
I love that there was LifeJam Flame in the chat, and then LifeJam just says, "Hey, all right." He's in the middle of his Apex Legends game, just comes back.
Dude,
hey, all right.
I keep meaning to, and I like trying to arrange it. I just need to look into it. Like, I feel like we need to do like a Mario Party thing with like me, LifeJam, like Cody, and like MCNA. Like,
that would be so degenerately sick. I would be so down to watch that. That'd be hilarious. Anyway,
we got JammyJam up against Mir. Are you familiar with either of these players?
What, you think all JammyJams know each other? Is that what this is about? I see. I see what kind of insinuation. I'm not familiar with this jam. They're
many
maybe
like
a distant cousin or something. I was in a Valorant game with Mr. Jammin', and I was like, "Yo, Jammin', what's good?" And he was like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I have streamer mode on. I don't have my name." He just thinks like I'm a random person saying "yo," and I was like, "Oh, my bad. I'm a fellow Jam." That was my mistake.
Well, we got more Baiken and up against here, and so that was a good 6P. You know,
oh, yeah.
That's a good. I like JammyJam's immediate neutral game plan, right? You air dash in, they 6P, dope, night raid, right? Like you go for the other option.
It has to be done sometimes. That's how a Soul Player brain works. Where like it had to be done. Like I got nothing else I can do about it.
Oh, that was like a Street Fighter shimmy. Oh my god.
Like Urian crush counter fierce. Like just like it's over. But yeah, I was gonna say so far, you know, this matchup I think actually is interesting because there's like a lot of value for Baiken's grounded buttons in this matchup. Like Her 2S and 2H are really good, I think, against Soul. Nice. You have a good combo here.
Oh my god, that edge.
Yeah, even without the Ender, like the mat flopping down it there at the end, it was still good damage. Her, like, far slash, 10 frames, really good button. Her 2S is great. Her 2H is great. She has, like, really good pokes to deal with, like, a character like Soul who wants to play grounded.
Yeah. Also, I think, just at, like, a basic level, having a good poke that does just straight beat Night Vortex is great, right? Like,
yeah.
This is one thing you don't really have to worry about too much.
Yeah, you're just vibing, and you're just like, oh, you did that thing? Okay, I don't care. A lot of meter here for the Soul. You gotta, like, Vortex RC time, or 6H, or die to 6P. It happens.
That was a good, fast correction on that 6P, because they immediately got under them.
Yeah, all the way. Like, I, like, run up, and then over the shoulder 6P. Like, you know, you have to be pretty aware to be ready for that.
Straight up 4P'd his ass.
I don't mind the retreating mats so much. I gotta say, I've never been a big fan of Escabari in neutral. I feel like it's such a risky thing to do, but Baiken players seem to love it. Maybe I missed out on the memo of it. I'm not sure, but it's to me a very scary thing to commit to.
Yeah, I mean it's just I don't disagree with it being in the rotation, but I think like the bread and butter of the neutral game plan is typically like 2H, Tutami, and like JS, right?
Yeah, and like I think, ooh, that was a good confirm actually.
Love that.
I think just doing H Kabari is fine most of the time instead, so you don't end up tethered and then in a bad position. But
yeah, because they were tethered from the Escabari, they actually got JammyJam got Oki off his burst because Baiken flew back into his face, right? Like,
yeah. Nice. That is one thing that's very good for her, by the way. Her 2S 2H combos on crouch or counter hits, so it's one of those things where you can always check people with her 2S like constantly. It's like just run around harassing people with that poke. It's super useful. I love seeing it so much because it's one of those things that like you really have to have in the game plan. You got to be fishing for 2S 2H and hit confirming it if it's counter hit or it hits or whatever, right? And yeah, for the Soul player here, I actually feel like they're kind of high flying a little bit too much. I would almost rather see them on the ground trying to fight with far slash and 6S a little bit more.
Alright, let's see. Let's go JammyJam. You do have the jam buff, which is something to keep in mind here. Can they pull it through?
How did you Yozansen auto-corrected to Toucan? That's pretty tight. It does not have any invuln. Yozansen is just like, it's not invuln or anything. It's like a pretty fast move and it can beat certain options, but
yo, Bacon's got the Toucan?
The Toucan? It's pretty good, I gotta say. Yeah, I would love to see, this is like already a better look to me for the Soul player. I like that they're just kind of like jumping around. Oh, my bad. I like that they're kind of like they threw Gunflame and they approached in another way. Like, you know, I was kind of liking what I was seeing.
Good counterpoke. Okay, they're listening, Sajam, I think. How do you feel about coaching?
You know, it's my specialty. I've done it once or twice.
Was that SDP and it got beat by the Tatami there?
Yeah, I think so. And also, this is going to hurt. Yeah, dead to the wall break. Ouch.
Yeah, it was a...
Yeah, that super is great, honestly. It carries really far. Baiken has, both of her supers are really strong, I think. Like, the GAT is like, you can't go wrong.
The GAT's also really funny. Oh my god, what did that beat? I think 6S?
I'm not sure. Oh, that, you know, that was one thing I was going to say about, wow, that was a mega fight. I was going to say about Mirror in general. That, you know, I'm seeing a lot of like 5P, 5P, 5P. I would love to see like 5P into 6K into Tatami into like a safe jump after. That would be like an improvement that's pretty drastic, but like a small change, you know.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that a lot of people struggle with when they first learn fighting games is like, you try to start to learn to defensively mash, but it's really important to start to mash with purpose, right? Like, you need to mash and know what you're going to do after, but okay, JammyJam's got offense.
Alright, this is the JammyJam B&B classic right there. I love that combo. It looks good on my end. It worked.
Doesn't have to be complicated, you just got to kill.
Yeah, I love to see it. When in doubt, BR it out. You know, that's how you got to do it. Or BB, either is fine to me. That's how I think with Soul. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be good. Yeah, that is a really rough spot. When Baiken jump S hits you air to air, oh my god, these confirms have been sick. You're stuck in so much block stun. She can just like air dash up on you, and you're like, oh god, this is bad.
I feel like Nier's like a KOF player or something. They're just doing like button super.
Yeah, the confirms are sick. That was a good timing on the burst. Otherwise, it probably would have whiffed if it was too high.
Yeah, but so little life here. I respect the effort, JammyJam.
Look, JammyJam, I know, being a fellow Soul player, that was run out DP. And it would have worked, okay? There's no, you know, I believe you. You tried, and yeah, I understand. But I would say in general, yeah, what I'd like to see from the Soul is a little bit more approach on the ground with 6S or far slash and stuff. There's like kind of a lot of aerial movement, but it's not really accomplishing much. Even better, if you want to move in the air and make that threatening, would be like run forward, jump, and like don't do anything in the air and just land and then hit 2S or far slash or something. Like just use your air movement to like move forward. And then when people are trying to check your landing, then you can start to like jump air dash or jump and like use an air attack or whatever you want to use. Like just start with making your air movement feel a little bit better maybe, and like you're actually attacking with it, and then you can move on to something else.
Yeah, right. And I think that's when it becomes harder to predict, and you're more likely to actually get it like a block jump in or something to start your pressure, is when you're just like waving turns and just kind of jumping in neutral and doing gun flame, and you're just like, what is the game plan here? And then that's when you just kind of IAD in or unite rate, right? It's like when they're not sure what you're gonna do. You can't just be, if you're standing both of you in neutral, you kind of have to assume your opponent is looking like straight up and just like ready, because especially if you've done it so many times.
Oh yeah. Also, I see people asking about entering. Yeah, you can enter every week. It's free to enter. You don't have to be a sub or anything, although you should sub to Bones, because that'd be nice of you. But you can enter every week. Brackets on here. You'll find it on here. Everybody's gaming, having a good time. At worst, you know, if you enter and you're like, I saw someone in the chat who was like, I played in 4 weeks and played against like only Leos or something. Look, ask some other people who are in the bracket that are not these Leo players to play after, so you can de-Leo yourself after the tournament. I understand.
Also, I post the bracket, just for anyone wondering, right after the stream. I'm going to announce who our next guest commentator is, and then I'm going to post a new bracket. But yeah, anyway, we got Anji and Faust, which is definitely a little bit of a weirdo matchup.
Yeah, and like 2 characters I like. I think these characters are both fun to play, and they're both pretty cool. If you're the Anji player here, don't Ko. You know, I could feel the Ko in my shoulder blades. You have so much bar here, right? And like you're in such a good position, and now you're in a pretty rough spot. I was gonna say, I think as Anji that you have to kind of force the issue with your far buttons or Fujin, because you have so much meter to cancel and be safe after. And Ko just, it's not the way. I'm a Ko hater though. I'm a known Ko hater. Okay, yeah, we got a block on Wake Up too. That was a backdash and a backdash and a back jump on Wake Up. You know, blocking's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
There we go though. I love the use of JD there from Insomnia. Oh, the big 6H! This should be a wall break. No, not quite. I wonder if it would have been if they kind of went for more of a JH loop.
Yeah. If you're Albertdoug, you have to look at the last maybe 8 or 9 wake-up situations and see that you blocked on maybe one of them or something. Like, you know, that ratio is not quite right. That needs to be a little less backdashing, a little less jumping, a little less like trying to wiggle, and it's okay to just block something. You got to do it, you know. That's just how it goes. And if you look at that, you got to be like, yep, I'm wiggling a little bit too much. I just got to chill.
Yeah, look, and I mean, I played Slayer and Plus R, so I mean, I get it. Like, blocking, every time I block, I want to take out a new mortgage on a house. Like, it's the worst. Yes. But, you know, got to do it. Okay, Ko anti-air works.
I love that. Yeah, I love Ko in neutral there when Faust is actually threatening. Like, one thing I don't like, and I saw it earlier, was like burst right into Ko. Like, it's like the classic Anji player thing to do. You have to be careful about stuff like that. Trumpet might make this combo. Yeah.
That was a weird RC. I don't know if they knew that was going to wall spot. What, the 6H whiffed?
Yeah, that is tragic. Nothing good happened there. Everything went so bad so fast.
6P actually whiffed rare footage. Okay. Spinning in, yeah, but that's not gonna be able to use. Okay, that was a good use of the Fujin overhead there, just because the kids were gonna make it like basically safe no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I think that was Wake Up counter super maybe that got turned into close slash. I don't know.
But we'll take those. That turned into a Gatling Sajam, and it was something beautiful.
It looked fantastic. That's what I'm saying. Missed the trumpet there, and now Faust is the bugle boy. Oh no. Oh, it almost worked out.
Big bugle blasting for the boys. Yeah, he's gone for that a couple times. I mean, that's a very common Faust reaction, right? When you throw the bomb up, you just have to be like aware for it on defense.
Yeah, wait, exactly. I was just gonna say, like, when you see the item super, it's sometimes hard to tell what they threw. But if a wait's there, it's really gonna mess you up. Butterfly, nice. This looks great. I also like that the Faust player knows that you can duck under it too, so you have to force Anji to run up and go for something.
I'm telling you, man, jump back JD in the corner. It's a new back Megafist. It's really hard to challenge.
Yeah, it's super useful too. I think it's like a really good idea. Oh, nice block.
I wonder why the RC there.
Maybe just to get away. Oh.
Meteors. Oh, they all went wide.
That was quite the whiff on the meteors. They were not the homies right there, but it was okay.
Those ones did not go wide.
Okay, you're kidding me. The meteors just hit right in front this time. I like how they were both like, is this gonna happen?
Yeah, now they don't know. Insomnia's got him in the corner. Donk with the hammer.
Nice, that was a good block. And notice like the time there that Albert just blocked on Wake Up, it all worked out. You know, everything was cool when you just block it out. Sometimes you got to do it. Ah, that's pesky.
Unfortunate. Yeah, like I feel like unfortunately Albertdoug just was not able to get comfortable in neutral, and they were trying to rely on like things like jumping or things like just trying to swang with buttons against Faust, which can be difficult when Faust is actively looking for it, and they weren't able to like spin through anything like a 6H or anything like that, which made that kind of hard.
Yeah, I would say in general, maybe slow down a little bit against Faust and look to, instead of like running up and then doing Fujin or running up and doing Ko, like run up and then wait for him to attack with the big button so that you can spin it. So like if he does jump 2K, you can spin it or something, right? Or use your 5P or your 6P to anti-air the jump 2K, and then you can run up and commit the far slash or something on the ground, or 2S or whatever it was. But I think it seemed like they had a lot of like specific stuff with Anji down just fine. It was just like Faust kind of, you know, naturally was far away doing his own thing, and like the Anji player was like, what's happening over there? What's this little weirdo doing, throwing stuff far away? Like, it was very different.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, you know, you were just talking earlier on stream, right, about how Punk was fighting Eno and was like, okay, she's a witch, so I should ready my counter spells, I think, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Like matchup knowledge, especially against really weird characters like Faust that are like unconventional, can just be critical. That's a big reason now. Like, you know, you can grab this guy after the tournament and be like, we running it, right? You can figure out when do you respond, because like I said earlier, right, like the 2 times it was landed where they did bomb as an Oki and then ran up and then command grab, right? And it's like, now you know it's a situation, right? Now it's a thing you can possibly play around.
Yeah, and the other thing too that's funny is like, you know, most of the time I think the early like way people play fighting games is they're still trying to figure out what their character does, and just like, I need to do what my character does better. But understanding what your opponent's character's objectives are and like how to play around those things is such an important part about the genre, right? And so like, the more weird a character is, the harder it is to like pin down what exactly that is, right? And that kind of comes up pretty often, I think, where like you fight a weirdo character that you don't know very well, and you're like, I don't know what they're even trying to do to me. So like, it's very hard to figure out if I'm even strategizing correctly here.
Yeah, right. I mean, and usually it's not like super difficult to understand. Like, okay, you know, this girl, she got a dog. Sometimes a dog kind of kicks on the ground, and that hurts a lot, and I shouldn't deal with that, right? And you recognize like, these are the positions where like Giovanna's stronger and you're stronger, and it can just be weird against a character like Faust. But that's when also I do really think that the squirms in neutral weren't planned enough, right? Like, they weren't necessarily bad ideas, but they just weren't like, it wasn't like, I'm gonna try to spin here because I think he's gonna 6H and I'll be able to punish. It was more just like, I hope I spin a thing. Let's get it, right? Like, not to be mean, but that's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah, I think if there was a little bit more block on Wake Up too, that would have probably been even closer. I think like once they started to slow down on defense a bit more, it looked way better.
It did, it looked a lot cleaner.
It was like a significant improvement.
And next up is gonna be, we've got a Testament?
Yeah, Testament's tight. I think this character is super cool. I think this matchup, from my own personal foray into playing Testament, I'm not so sure what to do myself. I have some ideas, and I think they're pretty good, but I also think that Potemkin given that he has armor and like lots of good ways to deal with like slow single hitting moves and projectiles, has like a really nice kind of tool set to deal with what Testament's bringing to the table.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that was a great immediate 6P. You know, dash up 6P is Testament, can't go wrong. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good move, I'll tell you what. And this pressure looks great. Yeah, that's hard to burst also. Close slash 2H, you know, usually if you burst, you go above it, and it doesn't quite work out. So, you know, something to watch out for.
Looking fantastic. Got the curse state up. Wow, what a chase down. I'm so amazed PQ didn't press anything. They just jumped back. Okay. But it can all go so wrong.
Yeah, trying to get out of there and wake up. That's interesting. One thing we want to see from the Potemkin player is armoring through the projectiles or flicking them a bit more, right? Those are two things that are pretty important. You know, you can't just like let somebody get away with these kinds of things on you. You got to challenge it with a little bit more gusto. Oh god, that 6H really hurts.
Yeah, 6H is a pretty good poke. You know, it's rather large.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh nice.
Big Gator? Yeah, no, that's a huge punish.
And the burst is off the table, which you feel good about.
I wonder if that was a flick, because I saw the 2P come out.
Ouch, and this is going to be the kill. No burst, Gamer? You got to get that burst out of the table eventually, right?
No, they're trying to play honorably, Sajam, and I respect it, you know? Like, they're not like these other cheaters playing Strive. They're trying to prove they got what it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd like to see a little bit more far slash or 5H and a little bit more Hammerfall or Mega Fist to deal with the projectile. Because, like, Testament's game plan is button into projectile into Crow, right? That's, like, the normal order of operation. So stuffing that button with, like, your own poke or 6B or, like, using armor is really, really useful. And then once, if they do get that out, they get, like, button into projectile and you don't challenge. The Crow is coming, and so you should flick the Crow, right? That's like your main plan as Potemkin is like, I should poke first, and if my poke doesn't work, then I need to be ready to flick the Crow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's hard to overstate, I think, just how critical flick is in matchups like this. Like, it's the entirety of control.
Yeah, and like, you know, annoyingly as well, like, if you get Stain State, then like every move in the game is a combo launcher. Yeah. So like right there, that's a great example. That was 6B into projectile, into whatever it's called, into the Crow after, and like, you know, you can't let that happen, right? You got to do something about it.
I think that should have been a pot 2D there instead of a attempt at like a Kara Garuda.
Yeah, for sure. If you get counter in Mega Fist, you can sweep off of it and you're chilling. Oh, that has hit so many times. Luckily, no super, so you're living, but Testament's got a lot of meter to work with.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Hey, Makoto Fox, thanks for the big raid. How's it going there, Makoto Fox gamers? How's everybody doing? Okay, slide head, this is huge. What?
That was Wake Up Super.
Yeah, every day of the week. That was Wake Up Yomi counter is what it was.
Yeah, that Wake Up Nothing is Wake Up Super. You can't convince me for a minute that it wasn't. But I like that we're seeing more slide head. Like, slide head in this matchup is really good. Like, you have to force a Testament to come up with a strat to deal with it. Like, yeah, just slide head it up. Mega Fist and slide head are, like, so useful to deal with a character like this.
Nice. Yeah, that was a perfect time to Mega Fist there. I think that was supposed to be Pot Buster.
Yeah, you're probably right. Love to see it. Love to see the armor.
That's going to be a big Gator bite. Oh, shit. I didn't know it was Friday already.
And luckily, you didn't get broken to the wall, but this... Oh, jump D. Oh! Has meter to kill here, too. Oh! That sucks. The bite was so slow that it didn't even clash with Garuda. It, like, just went through.
Sometimes it's good that it's so slow.
Yeah. Yeah. It was actually, like, if that was a faster super, it's going to clash there. But, like, the super is so slow that it's actually beneficial in that case.
Well, I respect the 50-meter super jump from full screen into an empty jump into Pot Buster. I'm all about it. Yeah, I gotta say, like, I think that it was probably just a little bit of a deer in a headlights thing in terms of trying to react to how Testament's pressure usually goes. It's unfortunately the same thing you were saying earlier. We're like matchup knowledge is really important in terms of like how you know how to counterplay against strings, because like there's just dumb things where it's like Testament's probably not going to yeet out a Crow in neutral, right? They're probably going to do it in these more canned sequences, right? And
if you're the Potemkin player, I would say go into training mode and just like set the opponent to do like far slash into S projectile into Crow after, and practice blocking that, and then flicking it or armoring it. Because, like, I think actually once they started to do more slide head and more Mega Fist and stuff, like, the matchup looked way better for them, right? So if you just have a little bit more of that in your game plan, I think you're good.
You missed every flick and never guarded low. I had a feeling there was a mixed flick, like, because I just saw, like, the little pot 2Ps, and I feel like every pot that does 2P is, like, shit.
Also, Testament's punish on Mega Fist is kind of bad. Like, they get 5k, and then if you're not close, it doesn't go in. Like, you can't combo 2D or anything, so it's like 5k into, like, not a true block string, or, like, you can even poke out of it on hit 5k 6H. So, you know, it's, like, worth maybe doing some Mega Fists against Testament when you're far away, especially because they don't really have a very good punish for it unless you're in Stain State. If you're in Stain State, 5k launches for a full combo, so don't do that.
Did you know that there's a Sajam to the right of you? Have you gotten that checked out? I'll try to figure that out for next time. I'm sorry, everybody. How'd this happen? How's it going there, Hotashi?
Yeah, 2k is what I'm thinking of. Maybe is the punish instead of 5k. But yeah, it's the point. The punishes are, like, really not great. Yeah. The punishes for Testament on it is bad.
What is with all the Faust tonight?
Dude, people love Faust. Faust's cool.
But speaking of weird matchups, this is definitely a weirder one. This is gonna be Jocko and Faust. You know, I respect the song chases so far. Everyone's picking the burn up the rock, burn up the roll. I'm all about it.
Yeah, it's good. You love to see it. Oh god, that close slash anti-air on probably accident was really sick, I gotta say. Nice punish. Yeah, 2D is like, that move is so good. Every time I watch Jacko, I just find myself thinking, like, man, that move is so good for the banana.
Dude, she handstand spun into it.
That was tragic. Okay, bomb's gonna hit. Nice. That was a really good recognition from both of them. Like, the Jacko player was like, okay, the bomb's gonna go off, and then try to run up throw after, and the Faust was smart to backdash, I think. This might hit. Oh, the weight. I think the weight might have messed it up. She 2D'd under the Faust buff bomb bag. I have never seen that in my life. I did not know she could do that. Okay, should be a kill here. Oh, a little bit of a drop.
Swang.
That was, I've never seen that in my life. That was absurd. Yeah, I think if you're Jacko here, the strat is to throw minions and try to hit Faust out of the air when he's approaching here, because he needs to approach. Oh, God.
Dude, I thought that was going to kill. Ah!
Yeah, air dash back there was not the move. It should have been jump the RC or, like, you know, air dash out of the corner, or jump H cross up, RC kick or something. Like, you could have done something a little bit more proactive, maybe.
Get pressure going. Nice. Oh!
Good bait, but not the rest of it, which is, you know, happens. Yeah, a lot of challenges. I think actually keeping the pressure tight here is probably worth it if you're the Jacko player. It's spacing, too. I love it. That's what I mean. That grounded house toss to catch the air space where Faust is trying to approach is really, really good. You got to use that a little bit more. There are also minions and not houses anymore, but you get the point.
I wish you just had houses that attacked you.
Yeah, you know, it was harder to deal with probably, though, so. Nice. Okay.
Did he mash on plus 15? He did.
15 is just a number. Like, you're not going to mash on plus 15 if you're going to mash on, like, plus 7 or, like, plus 5 or plus 1.
Yeah, Faust crouch going under that a little unexpectedly. Okay. 2D.
Nice. I think it seems clear that the Faust player is not comfortable poking houses when they get thrown. So if you're just doing that over and over, like minion toss, and the Faust is not 5ping them or 5k'ing or whatever his best button is, then I think you got to be pretty comfortable just throwing minions over and over. And also,
that
these 2Ds. Yeah, I gotta say, the Jacko player here seems pretty ready. Like, you can't get away with item tosses.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
like it's great.
Jeez Louise, yeah. I feel like, unfortunately, Komerican's just playing very passive, and that's like really dangerous against a character like Jacko, right? Where it can all go so, like, which is funny because usually Faust is that kind of character. We're playing passively against Faust can get horrible, but it's kind of like a little bit of a switch on it. Well, wait, the switch to Leo?
Is that what we see? Oh, damn. That's probably a better choice.
Every Faust player in chat's going to be so mad at you.
Why, me or them?
No,
probably.
At Komerican. You can't betray the Faust army like that. Out for blood.
Yeah, probably a better choice though if you're not comfortable in the matchup. I think trying to play a character who's like a little bit more like I just get to run my good offense and you have to deal with it. It makes more sense. Oh. Ooh, I do not like OTG 2K there. Off of throw, normally the setup is like to throw a house behind or throw a minion behind, and then after you throw the minion behind, you do like 2D, and then you do minion attack, and then you're plus with the sandwich situation. I kind of don't love kicking the opponent away. Wow, that dust making the minion hit upwards was sick.
That was mental. That was some real football punch hit.
Yeah, that was tight. Really good understanding of like, you know,
what?
Oh, that was messed up. Yeah.
You know, I kind of like it makes sense, but I didn't really think spinning bird kick had that much of a hitbox behind her.
Yeah, that's the scary thing about Jacko is characters that have good DPs, her 2D is a little bit more of a liability. Yeah, this is much better. I think this is great. It's the kind of sandwich pressure you're looking for. Oh, okay, that's a whiff. You need a punish here.
No! Okay. Wait, okay. There was murder.
Yeah, it happens. It's kind of weird to punish that move from so far away.
Wake up throw works.
Yeah, wake up throw is like, you know, you do it when you don't trust the Leo players. You're like, they're going to go for something weird.
Yeah, right. Leo does obviously extremely have the options of murdering for it. What an anti-air. Okay, this could be huge. That's a burst. Oh, no, he was too far. That sucks. Mauled by children.
I would say the big thing in this, whether you're playing Faust or whether you're playing Leo, you got to hit the houses. You got to hit the houses. I think if you're going to play Leo there, like you should shoot some more fireballs so that the minions can't hit you and like you don't have to worry about it, right? So like if she's just throwing minions at you over and over, you got to hit them like with your buttons or your fireball or whatever it is. And if she's throwing the air ones, then you can approach on the ground with Berserker Slash or something. And if she's throwing, you know, grounded stuff, then you can air dash over or whatever, right? So like whatever's happening there, you have to get rid of those houses or those minions rather, so that you don't have to sit there and deal with her getting them on the screen and then they hit you and then she runs up and she starts twerking on you and it feels bad. The minions have got to go. Like you have to get rid of them before you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, and also Psycho Dad, thank you very much for the big Prime Marino. I greatly appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. And also, yeah, I don't think we saw a single Leo projectile, right?
Yeah, not very many, I don't think. And they're like, it's really useful. It clears out all the minions on the screen on the ground. Got a lot of hits, super durable. You can approach behind it. Even if you want to play like Faust in that matchup and hit 5p or 6p even, like she throws the minions, you 6p the minion and then you throw an item after, and like now you're getting stuff on the screen she has to deal with rather than it being the opposite. It's much better too. You
should have played more poking, but in the heat of the moment you were just nervous. It happens. I think like it is it'll happen even if you just like jump on net play sometimes. A lot of people have like ranked anxiety and like you just play so much more passively because you get such a mindset of like I need to be controlled and ready, and it's like you can just get way too passive, which is really what happened there.
Yeah, and like, you know, it's very easy to see the minions and want to hit them when you're watching, but in the match, she's just like throwing stuff at you all the time, and you're like, please make it stop.
I really prefer for you to stop throwing children at me.
Stop it. Stop throwing minions.
Man, dude, I always it's so funny that I feel like I do really wonder in like a patch or something if they're gonna buff Jacko, because I think like it's a spooky proposition where I think if Jacko gets good again, all the Exert heads are gonna like burn down my apartment particularly. I don't know why, but like they're gonna come straight for me.
It's funny though too, because I think Jacko, like with some small adjustments and like more importantly probably to her nerfs to stronger characters, could be really strong. She's just like a character where I think other characters being so good is more of a barrier to her success than her own issues almost. You know what I mean? Like where you look at her and you're like, man, if it wasn't so annoying for her to deal with like Ram, or if it wasn't so annoying for her to deal with like some other top tier character that she's just like hates dealing with, like she'd probably be in a much better spot. So like if there's like small nerfs above her and then she gets a little love, she'll probably be so much better.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, I think everybody in Strive is like on the precipice, right, of being like cracked out of their mind, even if they're like not. And it's like, it's a scary thought, right? Because it's like, should Anji be cracked? Like, would that be good?
Somebody
Like,
said make the minions more tanky. Please no.
please, for the love of God.
Why do you want them to have 100 life or something? Like, no, I'm okay. They don't need to be tanky. Like, no. Like, I hit them and I deserve it.
Please buff Axel. Please take your prime back. I don't want it anymore.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hear anything. Axel's in a really good spot. Character's pretty good.
We're pulling our next match here. Somebody's just grabbing some good old water. But it's gonna be...
Ring guard crush.
That can't be the every choice for how to balance a character. Everything can't just guard crush and be plus 30 and do 90 chip. That's not...
Dude, Anji is despicably degenerate in like plus R. The character's like absurd. Like he's not even that good or anything, but he's just so degenerate. I'm happy that he's not like that in this game to that extent.
Dude, like when plus R rollback happened, literally everybody, and I'm blaming you, your goddamn Discord. All of them were playing Anji, and it was just
ridiculous.
It's like, it's genuinely difficult because you have to sit down to your homework of like, okay, an army of Anji are going to do round start Fujin, and it's up to me to be able to stop it. Like,
yeah, I hate it. There's too many of them.
It's so funny because Anji was horrible in Accent Core, which I think is something that people don't really have context for. Like, he was like seriously like bottom 3. Like, the character just did not function. He got like so much shit in the transition to plus R. So it's like, me being an ancient boomer who mostly played AC, I'm still always like, God damn it, why'd they do this to him?
AC doesn't exist to me. I have no idea about it. That's where I'm at. I just see plus R Anji and I hate him because he's so annoying. That's how I am. I'm like, this guy is just such a drag. He's just running around the screen doing whatever. And I'm just like, I hate it here.
Did I ever tell you the first, I think it was maybe like the first or second fighting game tournament I ever ran? Esteban came out because he was a Jersey guy too, and there was a bunch of people, and that was old Accent Core days. Plus R wasn't out yet. And Esteban had to play Accent Core Slayer versus Pot. If you don't know how bad that matchup was for Slayer, like, and the big 4 characters in that game were Eddie, Testament, Slayer, and Pot. But they kind of like all countered each other in like weird ways, and like Slayer Pot was seriously like 7-3 Pot, where like he could get hit 900 times. And remember, chat, for historical context, Pot used to be able to FRC Pot Buster. And so he'd pot buster you and do 80% instead of 40.
It's funny to watch Pot and plus R and think, man, this character's pretty good. And they're like, man, he's so much better in AC. Like, you like watch plus R Pot and you're like, oh, like, seems like a pretty capable character. And it's like, oh yeah, he's so...
He can combo off Slide Head in AC, like, easily from full screen.
Yeah. You know, I'm so happy. When there's like certain characters that I'm okay with them not being the strongest, I'm like, you're fine right there. Like Faust in this game, he doesn't need buffs. To be honest with you, he can just die in this game as far as I'm concerned. He had it too good in plus R. He has it too fucking good in Exerd. You guys can hold that shit and have one rough game. I'm not trying to hear it. Like, you hold that shit. You are so good in 2 full games. You're chilling. Final version of Faust is so good. You don't need it in this game.
I feel like it's so bizarre how well-rounded he is in plus R. Like, you would think a character like him would have more, like, gaps in his game plans, and it's like, nah, dude, he's just good. Like,
dude, he's so good. He's so good in that game, so good in Exerd. I'm not trying to hear it. Nagoriyuki was too good in plus R. Well, I said earlier, I've been like a Zappa player since Revelator plus R3, like, you know, Strive edition. I've been so good with Zappa. I care.
Thank you very much, by the way, Tommy and John, the big 6 months. I greatly appreciate it. Very nice of you.
I think Baiken's pretty good in this game, though.
I think, I just commentated Backpacks tournament on Friday, right? Which was, again, unfortunately, the last 2 Strive tournaments I've commentated that were, like, pretty high-level play were both Happy Chaos winners finals and grand finals. And there was a guy playing Happy Chaos who won. And it was Baiken versus Happy Chaos, and he said, I don't usually say this because people are gonna crucify me if I say this, but I think Baiken can fight Happy Chaos, and like, it was genuinely one of the only like people that almost won against the Happy Chaos. So like, I think Baiken's in an okay spot.
Yeah, I think Baiken's pretty good. I think she's like pretty solid character, good damage, good confirms, good neutral. I think she's like pretty good overall. Pretty solid character.
Yeah.
And I also think like she's in a weird position, right? Because like the DLC that come out like right before the patch, you know, like a few characters now, really feel like they're in like a holding pattern. You know what I mean? Where we're like, yeah, like people might want to mess with them, but like Evo's coming up and there might be a patch and like who knows, right? It's like hard to feel committed to these characters.
Yeah, Kai needs buffs. If you like, okay, it's so funny because this Texas Showdown thing happened, and now everybody's like, "What's up with the Kyle? He's looking good, dude." Bamboo Battles, Panda Gaming's tournament every week, right? Which is really high level play. Genuinely, the last I think 8 Bamboo Battles have had at least 3 Kais in top 8 and been won by a Kai. Like this is just life.
Kai is pretty good. I think he's like quite strong. He's like in the contention after people talk about the first, like the top 4 or 5 or 6 characters. He's like always right there after. People are like, oh yeah, he's really good.
All right.
Speaking of which, this character won Texas Showdown. She's broke for real, for real. Oh wow, I cannot believe that 2H didn't hit. That was a cool idea, but okay, we gotta. You know, seeing the dives already, we gotta be a little aware of what's happening on the screen before we commit. You know what I mean? I think that's like a big issue that I'm a little worried about here already. If we're seeing all these drills, then you know, dive is not always the best option.
Oh,
man,
the double shark. That was really smart because that was one of the only routes he could have done that they couldn't even burst it out of.
Yeah. And at that point, you're probably okay saving your burst anyway.
Yeah. Okay. That's the meme hitbox of the 2S, actually pretty counter-pokeable.
Yeah, and most importantly, got rid of Eddie there, which you really love to see. Oh, that should have been a button when the frog missed and the command grab missed. All right, this is looking okay so far for the Zato player. I think their pressure, it seems like they know what they're doing. They have some good ideas. Oh,
with command grab, but no challenge there from Squoid.
Yeah, I think a lot of the challenges too have been like up back dive, or jump back or whatever. We need to see a little bit more pokes on with stuff like 6P and like 2K and like other stuff. I think also the Zato player, you command grab way too much. I can already you should. That was like more command grabs in like, you know, 2 rounds than you need in like the whole set. You know, you got to be careful about that because, you know, like people are going to challenge on Eddie if you give them gaps like that or backdash and punish you, right? And like so far, Squoid hasn't been doing that, but you got to be careful about, I think, committing to that option so frequently.
Yeah. Also, for the record, I hope all of you know that me and Sajam are joking around and we're not actually reading your chat message and say buff Kai and we're like, who's this idiot? Get him out of the FGC. They don't belong.
No, I am. You think Kai needs to get buffed? It's over. I'm telling everybody I know. I do like that we've seen a little bit of like trying to poke against Eddie here from the
addicted to command grabs, dude.
Yeah, you need to go to rehab for sure. Like this is a real issue. Nice. I like the overhead follow-up.
that was great. That was scuffed.
Yeah, it worked. Like it wasn't exactly right, but it was the right spirit, you know.
Okay, wait, Squoid's in. This might be the lab Eno. Reason why I see that, but that is gonna lock Ellie with any sort of.
What? Oh, the frog hit the stroke. That sucks. Yeah. Also, if you're Squoid, you should practice hitting between peers. So when he does the P follow-up with Eddie there's a 7-frame gap, and you got a challenge with something there. And he's been doing it quite a bit and just not, you know, doing anything that has like any real teeth behind it. So you got to get it. Oh, nice interrupt actually, like right there.
Yeah, exactly right.
Both hits of the pierce hit. Oh.
Okay, wait. Squoid's got a chance. All right, Megalovania is good. That's going to do a lot of damage.
He might die.
Is he going to die?
Does so much.
Not quite, but you know, a boop and a bap. Oh, that was more of a boop.
That could have been like 2K stroke, and then or 2K chemical oven killed. The jump back dive, poke. Okay, well that was your chance. Twice in a row, 3 times in a row.
That was so risky. Okay, I like the ACL. I like it a lot.
Dead. Again, the big issue there, you cannot let Zato do oppose into drunkard into frog and all that. That's the most common thing that all Zato players do on the internet at like a level 1, and you can't allow it. When they do drunkard there, you have to hit a button before they get frog. And if you let frog happen, then you can 6P or like hit it with a high poke after they do frog. And then the second thing is when they're doing pierce on you, the little poke that he does, there's a big gap there. You got to hit a button. There's a pretty large gap that you can challenge in there. So you got to look out for those two things, and then you'll probably have a lot more success.
Also, random question from the chat here. As a newer fighting game player, is it better to focus on one character, move around, and try different things? I actually, Sajam could disagree with me on this, but I don't think either one of those is really the right, like, objectively correct. I think it's more just how you want to play and what you want to do. I will say that, like, if you want to knuckle down and really learn one character's kit, that'll probably make it easier for you to digest what other characters actually do and what makes them strong. Because, like, you know, back in, like, I always remember Street Fighter 4 days when people were much fucking worse at fighting games than they are now. Like, people were just consider themselves a generalist and play everybody. But what that meant is they had no confirms off lights, and they could do, like, stand fierce into, like, Hadouken, and that was basically it. And they were like, yeah, I play everybody. Right,
so look at everything.
I think you should dive in enough on a character to understand them a bit, so where you feel comfortable playing them, and you feel like you can kind of like you can watch match footage of that character and kind of understand, like, I see what they're doing. But I think either one of those is generally fine. Do you disagree, Sajam? Are you gonna kill me?
I was gonna say, I think trying lots of different characters is like great. You should just mess around and try a bunch of different stuff until you find who you like and then stick with them. Like, I think it's cool to like experiment, and you should never lock yourself out of trying anybody. But at the same time, like, if you are learning a new character every week, eventually you'll be like, why am I not getting better? Like, you know, you're gonna be like, I don't understand what the gap is, and like, you know, when you're not sticking to a character, it's probably gonna give you some trouble. So I would say, like, you know, you should keep your mind open to like trying other characters, but once you find who you love to play and that's going to be your character, then that's like the character you should focus on improvement with and like try to get better. And if you want to play secondaries or other characters for fun, like, go for it. There's nothing stopping you. I mean, I play a lot of different characters for fun despite having a main, right? Because, you know, that's the kind of like fun thing you want to do when you're playing against other people. And like, oh yeah, I can play this character and that character, and I have some knowledge. It also helps you learn how to deal with that character. You have a better idea of playing the character yourself.
Because I also, maybe this is just me with my bad mentality that I had when I was learning fighting games, but something I did and I've seen other people do is, like, they'll jump characters as soon as the next thing for them to learn with the current character seems kind of hard. And you're just like, yeah, I max them out. And you jump over to another character and you start doing things with them until they get hard and you jump around. And, like, I'd encourage you not to do that, because then you're really going to, like, plateau yourself, I think.
Oh, yeah. You run into a situation where you're like, you know, I get into learning and then it's like hard to learn now, and I'm good. I'll just go to like somebody new and ooh, shiny, and like you feel great about that, but long term that's not really like it's not gonna work out for you, because eventually you'll run into something that you just need to learn.
Yeah. Anyway, sense back up, dude. These Eddies are addicted to command grabs.
Yeah, and also we gotta see some challenges, I think, on the Pierce. That is like the hardest thing for people to get good at in the matchup, I feel like.
Damn, does Blostafarian have bombos? They do. Good pressure, perfect.
Yeah, I like the way they're playing so far. Jacko couldn't really gain space and get anything done in that round. Man, that hurt.
I'm shocked the opposed managed to come up. That must have been like the frame it was active.
Yeah, which is like really, that hurts. It feels bad.
That was a really important drop there from Sent. They just kind of waddled forward with the kid. They were like, whoops.
Yeah. Oh, that's a little bit of a drop too. Has the media, of course, the classic.
That was better for Sent. I feel like, unfortunately, there was like 2 critical drops that just instantly ended the round. I unfortunately probably don't think they meant to just do wake up, walk forward, if I had to bet.
No. Yeah, I think they might have just been holding forward with the button to like take off the wall or something. If they got wall splatted, and you know,
it might have also been the forward of the super input potentially, and they were just holding it still.
Yeah.
But I don't think that, you know, wake up just kind of like Cossack dancing at him. I don't think that was really in the cards.
Just work. It's probably not the right idea.
All right. This is the funny thing, Sajam, I think, to like this Blostafarian, I gotta say, you're probably scaring the shit out of some people in chat right now, right? Because people are like, beginner? You see this shit this guy's doing? But like, you would be surprised how quickly, like, you just kind of learning some Zato offense makes you look unkillable and unbeatable, and like you're a demigod.
Yeah, like, you know, Zato to do that is doing like a button into special move and a button into special move and a button into special move. So like, in the same way that you're like, man, this looks impossible. What Jacko just did is like the same thing. Like,
yeah, exactly, right?
It's just like throw the minion and then do the special move to make the minion attack, and then like throw the minion and do the special move to make the minion attack. Like, a lot of people are like, oh man. And also, if your offense looks pretty good and you can move Eddie around, that's great. But if you just get hit and die, then like, does it really matter if you know how to do the basic offense? If after the offense is over, you're just dead like this?
Unfortunately, I feel like Blostafarian's a little addicted to the old 6P there. They're hitting it at really strange times, like when I think it's just kind of a panic.
Yeah. Oh, air dash over, beautiful.
Yeah.
I was gonna say at that angle too, where that you're trying to 6P and the character's getting over you, you actually have to like air throw at that height. That's like the spacing where air throw is good, or let them land on the other side and then challenge. That's also fine.
I feel like the first game was like a double perfect from Blostafarian. That was like a double perfect from Set. It was just like, we're playing some fighting games now, kid.
I mean, that's how these video games go. Like, no one wants to practice defense. Defense is lame and boring. Everybody wants to, make fireworks happen. So obviously, everybody's offense is like way better than their defense. Very normal.
Yeah, it's like it's a thing in ranked matches, and it's also just a thing in like when you're learning fighting in general. That offense is just really heavily favored.
Yeah, it's easier to learn. It's like really hard to learn defense. You have to learn specifically per character and per situation. It's very precarious. I would say the biggest problem that Sent has here is not waiting to smoke Eddie. The same problem. Like, Sent backed up at round start, shot a little projectile, and then, like, Eddie came out from a pose, and then after a pose, oh, nice, that was good. I like that. Confirm there, too. Like, right here, you got to hit him when he comes up. You see how Sent is busy pulling the minions and, like, trying to do stuff? You cannot be doing that. You need to just hit Eddie and then pull a minion and then do what you want to do. Instead of trying to force the issue with your own option or whatever, you need to, like, respect Eddie and then do something about it. 2D, of course.
All right, this is the big pressure. Okay, respecting the air button. See, I feel like if Sent had stood their ground there a little bit, it would have worked out better. Now they're kind of in the corner.
What? Oh, that was sick. I love that the minion had the hang time after and just kicked Eddie, or kicked the Zato in the head there. That was tight. Okay, also, Sent has started with, like, round start, dash forward, air dash forward, like that a lot.
Okay, killed Eddie.
You love to see it. Would love to see 2K in the minion pull, maybe, instead of doing, like, 2K 2B there.
That was a good punish there from Blostafarian. Recognized that they had hit oppose. Again, yeah, Blostafarian is, like, really hitting 6Ps when Sent has proven they are consistently just air dashing over. I agree with the offensive burst there, because what sucks here is Blostafarian, since they YRC'd, is not going to build meter for the next 700 years.
Yeah. Oh no! Try to do too much when Frog's there. Big.
Oh
no! This is gonna hurt. He might be dead.
He died.
Yeah, that hurts. I do like that. I think both of them got a little bit more comfortable. In the beginning, it seemed like both of them wanted to just do their offense, but I think both of them got a little bit better at challenging there near the end, for sure. That was definitely like a good adjustment.
I don't disagree with Sent's approach, right? Because it looked like there was just a little bit of unfamiliarity in terms of when you can actually kill Eddie and stuff. So, like, trying to figure out what can I do in neutral to cause a scramble that can kind of, like, let me almost avoid these situations isn't a bad way to approach it. I think, like, the next level is then figuring out how can you mix that in with actually just, like, slapping Eddie in the face, right?
Yeah, there's also one sequence in the corner that I think is really important with Jacko, which is, like, if you want to spend bar in the corner, especially when you have positive, one of the best things to do is to do something like /5H RC, and then out of the RC pull minion and then drop minion and then do 2K or something. Like, so you essentially, like, cannot do, like, button into minion pull and then, like, be super plus, right? So you need something to cover you. So using the RC to allow you to place the minion and then hit them is really good. I think it's something that a lot of top Jacko players use all the time, and I would say Sen should maybe look to do that a bit more in the corner.
That's what I agree. Speaking of coverage, Sajam, can you cover really quick? Because we're about to go into top 8, but I want to grab some water. Also, if you want to get up and grab some water, if you want to.
Yeah, I got water. Okay. I'm chilling. I'll vibe.
Right, you're chilling? All right, yeah. Give me 2 seconds, gamers.
What up, chat? I hope you guys are all chilling. Everything's cool. If you want the bracket, by the way, I don't know if Weebcup 7 is in the... If you do exclamation point bracket, is it the right bracket? Let's look. I've been looking at it as well. Okay, it is. It's there. Yeah, you guys can find the bracket there by doing exclamation point bracket. If you're in the tournament yourself and you're feeling some kind of way, you're like, damn, I'm out of the beginner tournament. Life is tough. You should play some other people who are out of the beginner tournament and just vibe and play some games. As always, my advice. My Discord also has, in the same section, right above the tournament section, is looking for groups or looking for games, you should go in there and ask some people to game. If you're ever looking for someone, you're like, hey, I'm a beginner, I'm trying to play, and someone will help you out.
Dude, one of my like first interactions in the Discord, I was like, hey, and I was like, whoa, is there a Street Fighter tournament happening? And they were like, yeah, we're running in an LFG. And I asked, what does LFG stand for? And then literally everybody just started screaming, it stands for Let's Fucking Go, and spamming emotes. And I was like, this is really not helpful, and I appreciate it. But yeah, so you should all go to Let's Fucking Go. Speaking of Let's Fucking Go, we are in top 8, everybody. Really quick, let me read off to you who our most powerful gamers of the night are. Wait, we're not in top 8. I've been lied to. This is top...
We're in top 8. Winners.
we're in top 8 winners. There's a lot more people still in losers. Okay, but in top 8 winners side, we've got Cursev, who I see all the time. He's a gamer. I think he streams quite often, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
And Insomnia, who's the big Faust player we saw earlier. The Scent, Jacko, and Ellie, who was the other Zato, who was playing the one color that someone said in chat, which don't say that. I'll kick you. Don't. I know it's tempting. Don't do it. And then we will wait for the loser side to kind of sort out here before we get into the big top 8. So, yeah. And again, top 8 is not first to 3, just top 3 is first to 3. So winners, losers, grands, those are all top 3, first to 3.
You love to see it. Yeah, you can find the bracket. I've been keeping an eye on it this whole time. It's been pretty fun to watch. I think the tournament, the beginner brackets are always fun. If you're saying, like, I saw someone in the chat ask when I'm going to commentate more for this. There's always a new guest on this every week, but I watch the beginner bracket on my Tuesday streams usually every week, so you know that's usually when to check in. Obviously not this week because I'm here, but most of the weeks I watch the beginner brackets on Tuesday.
Alright, and this is going to be our first match at top 8 winners side, everybody. It's going to be Cursev and Insomnia. Sorry, wait, this is not Scent. I lied to all of you.
Yeah, Scent's in the other match.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I actually think that this matchup is really cool for Faust because Scalpel actually puts in a lot of work in this matchup because it's good against the projectile. It's good against trying to sit back and throw crows and like all that kind of stuff too. Oh, I cannot believe I didn't hit the bomb.
Yeah. I mean, also Faust is one of the like few characters who has like the similar reach to Testament, right? Like,
yeah, and also has good mobility to like escape what they're trying to do. Like you saw right there actually was a good example of like just jumping away from the crow and then yeah, having bomb bag or jump 2K or whatever you want to just get away from the crow. That is another great example. I think Faust actually has some better answers to most of what Testament wants to do than most characters in the game.
They got the burst there. Also, I do not host the open bracket. Those are run by Lord, C-Now, and Trinity.
Yep.
Okay, Bugle Boys. Where's the Bugle? Backed up into it. Man, Faust's backward walk speed always catches me off guard.
Yeah, he kind of just slinks away, you know what I mean? Like, he's got places to be. One thing I would say, you know, as somebody who also plays a lot of Testament, the first thing you're seeing here is, like, Cursev is doing shoot the projectile and then do the crow. And I think that that's a great strat, unless the Faust player has jumped it every single time. Then you need to start like, okay, I'm not going to shoot the crow. I'm going to teleport, or I'm going to wait, or I'm going to do something else, which we just saw right there. Wait was quite good, but that's what you got to look for instead, I think.
Yeah, I think Insomnia just had a little bit of a sluggish brain there, just not recognizing Bugle Boys. Wow, these 6Ps are so fast for Insomnia. This is a no-fly zone.
Yeah, oh my good lord. Testament 6P is a Brawlic button, you know that?
Okay.
There's not very many 6Ps like that. It's like the... Oh, that's going to...
Wow, into the Gator time? Jeez. Okay, I have a really important question for you, Sajam. Is Brawlic like Brawly?
I don't know if Brawlic comes from Brawly. I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't know if that's like the origin of Brawlic, but I just know Brawlic is like really strong and buff. You know, that so like maybe I actually don't know.
Did Infill add that to the glossary? I don't know.
About the Urban Dictionary Brawlic. I don't know if it's in relation. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see a comparison between the two. Maybe Brawlic's been around longer.
Is it a real word?
Brawlic? Yeah, Brawlic's a real word.
I've only ever heard FGC people say it, so
really?
I just always assumed it was a DBZ thing. Anyway,
it's like a fitness. It's like a fitness term. You're like a power lifter, aren't you?
Yeah, you know me. I bench, 10 pounds on a good day, I'm in there.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Wow.
That super's been putting in work. I'll tell you what.
It's like the worst reversal super that still just has. It can come up just because it is so slow.
Yeah, it's also nice because you can PRC it, and like Faust, you can do the PRC super invuln thing, which is like really useful for that reason, honestly. Yeah, you know, it's funny, the setup, wow, what an air throw. The setup Cursev's doing with his backdash into the Brave Fireball, I forget the name. Gravedigger? That's a monster truck. Brave, Robert, whatever it is. It's better if you just don't backdash. Like, the backdash first actually makes the setup worse. Oh, that's gonna...
No!
Oh,
wow!
Yeah,
that was safe to it?
It's too slow, boy. Dead, man.
Jeez, just like that Cursev. Quick 2-0. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the forward fireball is dig through the witches and the up one is dig through the ditches, but I could be wrong.
I see. I didn't realize that was the fireballs. I always say Gravedigger because that's the name of the monster truck that is in, like, you know, they do monster truck things at, like, the Angel Stadium in Southern California. So here they always have, like, commercials.
Wait, it's only first to 2. I think Cursev 1-2, right?
I'm pretty sure it's 2-0 Cursev.
Pretty sure it's 2-0 Cursev. Somebody help our gamers. They're lost and scared. They're lost in the JC Penney. We need to get their mom on the PA.
They don't know.
They don't know. They're just, all right. They're getting an extra game. It's going to be so sad if Insomnia wins this.
Yeah, well, somebody asked in the chat, how is it possible for Faust to do a super and then PRC command grab for 50 meter? So a few characters in the game can do this, including Testament, Faust, like Gold Lewis can do it, like other characters. Basically, you do the super, and then you PRC the super during the invuln frames, like before super comes out and like starts hitting them. And it essentially allows you... Is that a 2-hit combo? Wow, that was sick.
That was
awesome. Essentially allows you to use the invuln of the super to drift forward, but you don't do the super itself.
Okay, they know.
Yeah, Pa can do it as well. Yeah, so you don't take the extra meter. Like, the meter gets spent from the super, and then you drift, and then you're good. So it costs only 50 meter, and you get to do the RC anyway, and then you're just chilling. So it's pretty useful, actually.
They're trying to communicate. I don't know if Insomnia knows.
Yeah, so for those of you wondering what's happening, it was only a first to 2, and Cursev won, and then they played another game thinking it was first to 3, but it's not first to 3, so someone needs to die.
Yeah, Cursev wants Insomnia to kill him.
I don't think Insomnia knows, though.
He doesn't. I feel so bad. Because Insomnia was saying in chat earlier, like, I'm so fucking nervous, like, I'm shaking. I think they're just, like, in. Like, they're like, Mom, not now, I'm gaming. Like, their phone is off, like, somebody's got to get in contact with Insomnia. Insomnia, it was only first to 2, buddy. Yeah,
it was first to 2, essentially. So, the last game wasn't supposed to get played.
No, that was just for fun. That was.
Yeah, that's why your opponent was running at you trying to die, because they're like, wait, we're not supposed to play another game.
You know, I don't know if it was just an East Coast thing that Fat Cadetti dropped the big prime. Thank you very much. I don't know if it was just an East Coast thing that all the Monster Truck commercials over here always had the big 5 gift subs from P Cubed. Holy molies. Thank you very much for rattling them 5 times over. I greatly appreciate you. Jeez Louise. All the Monster Truck commercials on the East Coast were always like the King Crimson album art, and it was just blaring like Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, and that was like...
it's the same energy. Like, the guy would be like, this Saturday in the Honda Center. Like, everybody's doing that, and it's like like the music is just out of control, and like, that's what it's like. So
it was that, and we always had commercials for Big Ed's Barbecue, which I never went to, but dude, Big Ed seemed like he was eating.
That sounds high. Also, don't worry about it, Insomnia. These things happen. Like, it's not your fault. No,
that's what, like, honestly, like, the meta thing is, I think, a big reason I like these beginner tournaments is, like, you get to play in a tournament and figure out things like, oh, stages are illegal, or like, oh, this is not first to 2, right? Like, there's important things to learn if you've never been in one.
Yeah. And also, like, it's not, like, The set is over. Like, you guys playing another game, it's not the end of the world. Like,
No, it's not.
we'll just move on and play the next set. It's no problem. Don't worry about it.
No, it's not. You are banned forever, but it's not a bit. No, I'm just kidding.
I was explaining the PRC super. So like when you do a super that's slow but has invuln, you can cancel the startup of the super into PRC. It does not cost 100 meters. So like normally you do a super and then you want to like RC it. It costs 50 meter for the super, 50 meter for the RC. So if you do a super that's slow, like Faust or Testament or something, and you do super and then you PRC during the invuln frames, but before the super is hitting someone, you can get the invuln frame, so you're fully invincible, and you get to slide forward like an RC is happening, but the super doesn't come out. So like, you know, most supers are, you know, invincible, but they're like unsafe if they get blocked, right? So it allows Faust or Testament or Pa or whatever character can do it. You can do the super and then slide forward with your invuln frames and not do the attack. So you can like very safely, you know, slide through your opponent's media and then throw them, or slide forward and see, oh, they're doing a fireball, like I'll stuff it with this, or they're jumping, I'll air throw them, or whatever. It's like really useful.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, as far as I know, that is really not made equal. Like Faust has a good one. Other people's are like less good.
Some characters just can't do it, or it's like really hard to do. So like, you know, it's just normal. Like, it's easier, for instance, from Gold Lewis to do it if he churns his super, because if you churn your super, it creates more startup frames for the super. So like, you know, you want to churn the super so that your super starts up slower, so that canceling before the super flash is easier. Does that make sense? Like, it gives you an idea of how it works.
Yeah, for sure. Remains, I will read your fan mail in a bit. Hold on. And more importantly, we got a video game going on here. We got ELE, a.k.a. Ellie, a.k.a. I don't know how that's pronounced. I'm trying my best. Going up against, I think this is Sent. Yep. All right, all the people earlier who were like, yo, it's Sent, get in it! Like, they're actually here this time. Get hyped.
Yeah, everybody's a Sent fan. My Discord actually has, like, a bunch of Jacko players.
A bunch of, like, very highly ranked Jacko players. Like,
yeah, Dusty, you know, Dusty is in the Discord and plays in the Discord tournaments, and I've played Dusty a lot on stream and stuff, too, and Miz as well. And Dusty is, like, in all the YouTube uploaders' footage, and it's like, Dusty, top-ranked Jacko player versus Deb. This is gonna kill, I think.
That was a great conversion. That was weird. That was like a trade that wall splatted, I think.
Yeah, trade confirm into the wall splat, into the raw super that does 1,000,000 damage. You love to see it. Yeah, that's actually a punish. 5H is unsafe if you don't cancel. I think it's like -7 or something like that. Some number. So that 2P was a punish. Not sure if that's like knowledge or it just like Ellie was like, that looks negative. I'm hitting a button.
That was a great punish there on. Yeah, unfortunately, Ellie trying to counter poke the kids has just not been working. Sent is like really up on it and it's just 2D him every time.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like you want to hit the minions, so then Jacko hits you, right? You want to hit Jacko, so then the minion hits you. Like, that's the relationship you're looking for here. For both of these characters, right? That's just really what they do. Oh, nice.
All right. 1-1. I got it. Sen seems more comfortable all of a sudden. I don't know if it's just because, like, I mean, because Zato players can play pretty differently from each other, right? Just in terms of, like, what it is that they're doing in control. It seems like Sen just has a lot more control over Eddie. If we were able to block that.
Gonna run out of gauge here, which is the problem. Nice.
Yeah, they try to do the big up chain kick.
Yeah, which I understand trying to anti-air between the hits, honestly. Oh, this is pretty good. Out of Eddie gauge, though. Yeah, you could have unsummoned when that frog hit, and then you would have been in a better spot. You can't burst this, yeah.
I feel like Sen could have taken their turn back there more groundedly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think up backing against Eddie in the corner is really bad when he's not doing something with it. Like, unless you're jumping a command grab, up backing against him is just asking to get hit by his, you know, incredibly good 6P or frog, which is way worse. Getting hit by frog or like a pose is really bad.
Also, somebody did give us the important lore Sajam, which is that Ellie is him in Portuguese, as in the character from Powerpuff Girls. This is critical knowledge. Dude, you're like 7 years old. Did you watch Powerpuff Girls growing up?
I did, yeah. With Mojo Jojo, the legend. That's the character's name I remember the most. So I watched Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls is tight.
Hell yeah. About it. What is I wanted to call him like Bayou Billy, but that's not his name. There was the
Bayou Billy.
Who was there was the one guy who was like a monkey dude. He had like overalls. He wasn't a monkey, he was like a Yeti. Fuzzy Lumpkins. There you go.
Fuzzy
Generic
Lumpkins.
soda's got me.
Yeah. I was gonna call him Bumpkin, so I'm glad you beat me to it. That's not right, but it's close. Wow.
Anyway.
Actually, that was almost the same 2D sequence as last time, but no. Yeah, you gotta unsummon there, I think, if you're Ellie, actually. That's like the biggest. Oh my god. Trying so hard to kick the minion. This is not happening.
And Ellie was just waiting for it. Dude, Ellie's addicted to the Zato airlines. I feel like they like the funny Zato stuff, which you know I'm about.
Bayou Billy is not a Sajam alias. I've never played as Bayou Billy online yet.
Combo of the 2S.
Into the corner early here. Oh, I think that would have been a great sequence if instead of close /2H, it was close /5D into the frog. I think it would have been way better. That's one thing I want to see in general a little bit more from Ellie, actually, is the whatever it's called, the 5D pressure.
Okay, Eddie ate it there, but Sent wasn't really able to press. Okay, this is huge. This is massive. Ellie doesn't even have the meter or burst to get this off. Good snipe on the kid.
Yeah, and right there, got hit after 5H trying to wiggle. You gotta hit. Okay. Jump? Oh, just blocked it on the ground. The thing about Sun Void is, I don't know if Zato's doing anything. Oh, no.
Did they know that was a command grab? Dumb question.
They blocked
he was
the
just standing there.
shit out of that command grab. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, 6P.
Oh, no!
I don't think Ellie knew that that's a grab super. You gotta just hold up.
That is a horrible mistake to make that did 50%.
It does so much. And, like, it's just like, yeah, if you've never seen it, you're like, oh, wake up super, I'll just block. Uh-oh, this 2S is proving to be a problem.
Oh, boy, this could be really bad. Jacko, corner pressure. Okay, huge, massive. The big Street Fighter jump back.
Jump back in the corner. Ken player special. Oh, that's not a great trade because you're so low on life, even though you killed Eddie. Like, okay. Again, I think the problem is we're throwing these minions. Yeah, that's going to be the kill.
That was so risky. I feel like Sent did that to try to snipe Eddie because they've hit him with it a couple times, but Ellie actually just waited like for a second before they drunker shaded him out, and that was so bad.
Yeah, I think the problem here is like when we're trying to, what's it called? When we're trying to stuff like, you know, whatever Zato is doing in that case, you kind of need to not just throw the minion, hit him, and then like, that's it. That's the end. You know what I mean? Like, if you just throw your minion and then he just 2Ps it after and then, like, it's over, like, that's really bad because, you know, you're spending your resource and then you run up in 2D and then you throw another one, you run up in 2D, and, like, you're not getting much from it. So if you're going to throw the minion, you need to do the minion attack and, like, hit Zato, or you need to throw the minion and then do something scarier than just 2D kick nothing, right? Like, there's got to be some more teeth behind it if you're going to spend time throwing minions over it.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Komerican said that they're out 2-2. They were on stream earlier, and they said, thank you very much for hosting these. You're welcome, Komerican. I hope you had a good time. Hope you got to play some GGs.
Thanks for coming by. That's the purpose. As long as you have fun, like, and you're just vibing, then you love to see it.
Yeah. You know what's weird is so many people, they'll, like, kick the door. They're like, yo, okay, first of all, beginner's a dumb term. And I'm like, hey, man, okay, try and... And then they're like, there's no prize pool? And I'm like,
that?
No.
Dude, I don't understand. Why? You know, having a prize pool for a beginner tournament that's unregulated, especially if you do it in the first place, is how people rig it for their friends, and then they're forced to apologize after first saying, oh, wait, I didn't do anything wrong. And then people find out they actually rigged the beginner bracket, you know, intentionally.
Who could have done that? That's weird.
Yeah, who could have done that? Yeah, that's why you don't have prizes, because people rig beginner tournaments if there's prizes because they're pieces of shit. So, like, you know, it's better to just host a tournament where people can vibe and, like, just enter the tournament.
You know what's so fucked up is somebody just recently asked me, like, whatever happened with, like, that old drama? And I was like, it kind of got overwritten by the new drama, and that made everyone, like, madder.
Exactly. Somebody will cheat and infiltrate the goddamn beginner bracket and then hook up their friends and let their friends win all the money. And that will be a problem. So you can't have that happen. You can't have me infiltrating. No infiltration missions on the beginner bracket.
And yeah, geez, but speaking of infiltration, Dr. Butts, that is actually not a good segue at all. Let's not say that anymore. Thank you very much for the big 5 gifted. That is incredibly nice of you. Thank you very much, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Real quick, also, hold on. Sajam. I'm sorry. It's a tradition. We have a fan mail. So we gotta get ready here to read this. The fan mail is from FGC Remains. It says, "Hi, Bones. I am having trouble recruiting players to my new fighting game, Org. I was wondering if you would like to do a little ad for me. Oh, you will. Such a kind man. Horny Force 1 is recruiting right now. If you are interested, send a DM. FGC Remains. The only rules about the team is that you must like fish. Thanks again, Bones." I think we have the same glasses.
Okay, let me just remove them. Are we done with the fan mail?
I think we're done with the fan mail. Thank you very much for the fan mail there.
Prepared.
And okay, we're in. We're ready. It's gonna be... Oh, wait, is this... No, this isn't Caleb, right? Like the plus R Caleb?
Jabbar? I don't know.
No, not...
Someone else? It looks like Caleb to me, but these days you could say it Caleb, I suppose. I don't know. Like, you can just...
No, okay, gnlCaleb. No, it's a different person. It's actually... I thought it was Junebear's roommate, believe it or not.
Oh, Junebear's roommate?
Junebear's
I gotta
roommate?
get into a conversation with Junebear's roommate.
Junebear's roommate is genuinely like an amazing accent core player, which is why Junebear suddenly had a Kai in that game. He just beat his ass like every day.
So much sense.
Anyway, okay, LoveColored. Also Faust, dude. We've gotten so many Fausts tonight.
Yeah.
I know you've already said you've said a lot about this matchup. You've meditated about it on a mountain.
Yes. Yeah, I've talked quite a bit about it. I think this matchup, Faust players have gotten much better at it, and honestly, it has become much more interesting to watch because I think Faust players at the highest level fight Soul players like pretty well, actually. Like a lot of people, you watch a Apology Man fight Soul, and you're like, he's pulling miracles. I don't know how he does it. That's bad.
That's like the Apology Man special, isn't it? He's just like,
yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, that is a problem in this matchup. So as a Soul player, your sort of natural habit is to delay Bandit Revolver 2 BR2, but you have to do it immediate against Faust, or it can just whiff on him when he's crouching because he's a little fella. So you got to be careful about that so you don't end up accidentally just making it whiff like we saw there.
Yeah, I do like LoveColored's item awareness a lot. Like, he's backdashing consistently when he throws out a weight and stuff like that. Like, I feel like he's very aware of what he's throwing.
I love it. Flying in like a bird. Oh, and the banana was there too.
He hit the banana, right? Like, he fell straight on it there. At like a Mach 9.
Yeah, Faust is just, he's a projectile, and then there's the banana on the ground. If you're Soul, you just keep him grounded here, yep, and you get to run up with new pressure. Although a little early, I think, on the throw.
This is spooky.
We'll
get the big donut. It's okay.
Oh. Ouch, this sucks. The weight's there too. That is tragic that you got weight after, so that like Soul is forced to block. That was really rough for the Soul player. Like the RNG, it couldn't have been much better unless it's like meteors, basically.
What a challenge.
I love taking the Afro here, by the way. Uh-oh. Looking funky.
Yeah, they're looking good out there. It kind of makes it hard to tell where his pokes are.
Yeah, that projectile is cheap. And yeah, the pokes look weird, but also like he is gonna throw the Afro bomb bag at you, and you're like, this is gonna suck. Like, so you want to run at him, and then it's hard to tell what he's doing. And
bro,
like, oh.
He didn't know he was playing wall ball. Like, it bounced straight back at him. Oh, the banana!
There's 800 items on the screen. Uh-oh.
And now he's funky.
Now he's funky. You can't let Faust have space or he's gonna jump to you. Oh, he challenged with 5K.
He's still alive?
A pixel.
I wonder if Fafnir would have killed there.
Yeah, something more damaging for sure. There's a couple of other options. Don't blow up your
No!
No scalpel though. That sucks. The 6P a little early. Damn, that was funky. That was a rough one.
He jumped backwards, and I was like, no, don't do that.
Yeah. In that case, too, it's rough because the wall break scenario, the combo was a little off, and, like, Faust lives with a pixel, and you're like, uh-oh, this could get so bad so fast, you know?
Yeah, that turned into, you know, you talked about it, and Hotashi talked about it, just like, hey, as Faust, you got to be throwing a lot of shit. And that was a good demonstration as to, like, what that looks like, right? Like, once the screen was that chaotic, I feel like Caleb lost 70%, like, really fast.
Yeah, because, like, the bombs hit you, and then Mini Faust is out, and then Faust gets to start moving and grooving, and you're like, uh-oh, this is, like, really bad for me. Yeah, one thing about Faust on defense is you need a lot of crouch, and you need to like challenge with 5 or 6B. Oh my
what
God,
word?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
That round start clash exchange has happened like twice. What?
Oh, that accidental taunt.
Oh no.
Bomb combo, yeah. The bombo. It's in the glossary now.
Bombo's in the glossary?
It's in the FGC glossary.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
One thing I would like to see a little bit more, although in this position it's kind of hard because back to the wall, dealing with soul pressure, bad spot, wild throw kills, strike throw kills, chip.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was a good reaction, yeah, because I mean, like we've said a billion times, that can be really difficult to challenge, so Caleb reached the right button.
I think your best pokes in this matchup as Faust are jump 2K and 2H. Those are things we need to see a lot of from Faust in general. Oh, same situation.
Not working.
And in neutral, we really have not seen a lot of it. I think you need to crouch from far away against Soul and then use a lot of your 2H. Oh, no.
Help, it's happening. The meme is real.
Yeah, you gotta jump 2K or something to get out of there instead of that. Uh-oh, hammer.
Yeah, did get the punish. Dude, so many times Souls whip that DP and it turns into Vanilla Street Fighter 4 Ken, and they just get the
Oh, that's a jump 2K. Ah, that's a good example. Okay. All right, Commando is great. You can get it started, though.
It's great, but... Oh, it does save jump stuff. Okay, okay.
Problem is, though, we didn't light the Afro yet, which the bomb will do.
No! With that burst! Wait, he's got a pixel. He's got a pixel. The weight!
Backdash the weight. Another weight, backdash. Oh, no, Mini Faust! Did you see Mini Faust walk all the way over there like a little gremlin?
Faust won, like, ass up on the ground. Like, he was not in the fight.
That's the way to do it. There's no better way. Oh, yeah, that's bad. These jump 2Ks have to hit low to the ground, and you don't want to cancel them. I think that's the spacing you're looking for as Faust. We also need to see, yeah, situations like that, 5K. Oh, this is a punish. Oh, missed it.
Can be tricky, too. Okay, that's huge. Weren't able to react that time. Mini Faust is pissed. Caleb is not respecting the items, and it's getting him in so much trouble.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out, dude.
Bomb here. It's gonna be past the bomb, and Mini Faust is just useless here.
No, he's not, Sajam!
Oh no! I'm sorry, Mini Faust. I'm sorry. I said it too early. He came flying in. Oh, the blocks are good. Oh my god!
If he actually wins off that, oh my god!
Oh my god, he's dead. Oh my god, Mini Faust. I said it, and Mini Faust is like, what in the world did you just say about me?
He flew in at Mach 9. It was so fast.
Dude, he was like so far. He wasn't even on the screen. He was gone. Okay, well, now that I've summoned Mini Faust into existence, I should keep my mouth shut, I guess.
I mean,
oh, that was sick.
Oh, okay.
Man.
So, update: Albertdoug and Wichu played their match off stream. In future, everybody, if you're in top 8 of a tournament, usually they ask you to stop.
Yeah, it happens.
But it's okay.
I saw that.
That's why we're here. So, unfortunately, Wichu died off stream. Everybody, press F in the chat. But real quick, okay. First of all, Spicy Cake Guy, thank you very much for the big tier 1. I greatly appreciate you. Second of all, okay, so the top 8 for tonight, everybody, was Cursev, Insomnia, Sent, and Ellie. And Cursev and Ellie are waiting right now to fight in the big winners finals. And then down on the loser side, we've got LoveColored and gnlCaleb, which we just saw. And we've got Albertdoug and Wichu, which are played off stream, and Albertdoug was the winner. So that is your top 8 for the night, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. You know, my only advice for the Soul player in the last match is I would have got hit by that Mini Faust too. So I thought he was gone.
I wonder if theoretically he could have like immediately HDP'd or something if he knew it was coming.
Yeah, I cannot believe Mini Faust came flying in like that. Like, that was absurd. I cannot believe he existed. Like, I don't get it.
Caleb said, you guys don't understand. I'm so fucking sad.
That was like, dude, he jump scared me.
Yeah,
like,
this
I
is
couldn't believe
perfect.
that was true. Nice run though, Caleb. I think you were playing great.
That was a great run. Thank you also very much for the big raid. Table for 11. So we've got like a stool in the back that you can all share, and we've only got leftover water. I hope that's okay. Thank you very much for the big raid. All right, going in the next one. This is going to be, it looks like Sent and Albertdoug.
I love this early start, by the way. Hey, it's Albertdoug. We saw Albertdoug earlier.
We did.
Talking a little bit about the defensive situation. That's going to be tough against Jacko, I think. Like, this character really does force you into a bad spot on defense quite often.
Caleb died for the content. He unfortunately did.
That was a clip and a half. I'll tell you what. That was wild. I've never seen Mini Faust really come in clutch in this game ever.
And come in clutch in that way. Okay, good. No, still got the challenge there. I think the 2D had already started up. It's weird because, like, even if you get the freeze frame, I feel like Jacko's 2D startup kind of just looks like her sitting there. So it can be tough to tell she's going for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that her crouching animation being what it is means that any low attack kind of looks like she's just sitting there, right? It's like hard to tell sometimes in the freeze frames.
I feel like you said that with like a heavy heart, like it being what it is. You know?
Well,
let's not ignore the elephant in the room here.
It's good for Twitter. I saw so many people who don't play Guilty Gear were like, I love Jacko, and they drew characters from other games doing the Jacko pose. So.
Oh no, Faust, not Faust. The butterfly there actually annihilated the kid, which sucks. This is a lot. There's gonna be a lot to come out from, but not as much as Galax is gifting out the Big Tenner, the Big Ten Subaroonies. Thank you so much, gamer. This is crazy. Y'all are way too nice.
Oh, that should have been the fattest end of a 6P there from Sent.
Okay, wait.
I think.
Sent is zoning. Sent is zoning right now, dude.
Oh. The 5H went under, and then, yeah. It was like jump as close as on the other side, so you'll take it if you're Albert. A little bit of a scramble, but it all worked out.
Yeah. Now we're just going up one there. Sent's had a long run. I feel like they've been on stream the most. If any nerves or anything like that are going to start to come up, I feel like it's going to be now.
Sometimes that happens in tournament where like your matches are just you play a lot and then you're in top 8, so you're already like you have to play again, and then you're just like, man, I'm on stream so much today.
It's okay. It's time to get up to rock. Come on, Sen, you can do it. The people believe in you, and so can you, Albertdoug. I'm unbiased.
I like these preemptive 6Hs actually. It was pretty useful response if Anji's gonna approach in the air so much. But yeah, I think we also need to see a little bit more reactive 6P also. Like right there, that's great. We need to see that a little bit more.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're like Albertdoug is so like trying their best to never respect the kids ever, and I unfortunately feel like the immediate counterplay from Sent is just leaving enough holes in it.
I would say in general for Sent too, a lot of the stuff that they do is like they get the minion out and stuff, but their Oki isn't always tight. So there's like times where they're leaving big gaps on wake up. And we saw in the other set, Albertdoug likes to wiggle on wake up, right? Oh, no burst either. That's rough. And so, like, if you're fighting someone who wants to wiggle on wake up, you have to. Oh, you can't really burst. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, chance. Sometimes the Canadian bursts work. It's okay.
Super? Oh, I was waiting for that wake up super, but the run up 6P call out. Nicely done for Albertdoug. And also for Sent. I think Sent played great all day, but maybe having to play all those sets over and over and over on stream wear you down.
Pour one out in the chat there, everybody, because Sent had a run and a half tonight. They're going to finish. That's going to be 5th place, tie for 5th, which is definitely absolutely nothing to sneeze at. And
yeah, almost got banned.
Not quite banned.
I would say in general for Sent, like, you just need a little bit more reactive play instead of just doing your Jacko thing. Because your Jacko game plan looks pretty solid. But I think there's a lot of times where if instead of pulling minions and like doing stuff, you just like let Anji air dash at you and 6P'd him and then pull the minion. Or if instead, like, you know, of doing something fancy on Oki or whatever, you just like pull the minion, put the minion down and like hit 2k 2D, you know, and like let the minion bounce or whatever. Something like that, maybe a little bit more simple and safer would do you a little bit better than just like always trying to do your Jacko stuff, which is good and effective, but you know, you need a little bit of patience sometimes, maybe.
Yeah, but once again, really good stuff there, the Sent. By the way, why does nobody know what Canadian burst is? I feel like I'm eating crazy pills. I always heard that term all the time. Is it? Did I
Yeah,
make
bursting
this
at the top of the screen because it's the Great North.
That's the whole thing, right? I said that on Wednesday Night Fights commentary, and Alex Vi like turned his mic on and was like, "What the fuck is a Canadian burst?" And I was like, "You don't know a Canadian burst? How to tell everybody?"
That's true. It's also known as a Cali burst sometimes, but they're like it's different than a Canadian burst. And also in this game, a Celestial burst is an an appropriate replacement.
Yeah, it's a Canadian specifically when you're super high up, so that it like doesn't hit anything, and you just fall down and everybody's sad.
Yes, that's why I like the Celestial burst. People the Domi burst. There's a lot of ways to call a burst that has no business happening way up there a burst.
A hero burst is the same as a Cali burst usually, which is when you burst when you've got like a pixel of life and they're at like full health, and you're just like, I got this. Like you're getting in there and you're being the hero.
It's because like the appropriate amount of time is finished since the blunt rotation was over, and they're like they can see the frames now in California. They're like, dude, I got this, bro. And then they die, and they're like, damn, I missed my. You're just like, oh, my bad, bro. Oh my god, it is a Faust.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's gonna be a LoveColored Faust up against Insomnia. This could be hard to follow. This could be chaos.
Yeah, that's Faust actually, but yeah, I mean it's gonna be a weird one for sure. I think. Oh no. Wait, if you put the afro on Faust, does he get to throw it like he has the afro?
I was gonna ask you that, and I was gonna hope you had the answer.
I think it does. Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm pretty sure that's true. That's pretty sick. I would guess. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. In this matchup, that crouch ducks far slash. You have the 2H. That's right. I forgot. Also, I would imagine Faust 5K is pretty good.
Oh no! Dude. What is happening? What is happening? This kid, dude. There was two trumpets.
There were 2 trumpets. Oh my god, dude. They're both playing solos at the same time.
He threw a weight that hit him right before the thing faded away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember watching this mirror when it was like it was a while ago. I'm trying to remember who it was, Apology Man and somebody, and remember saying that 2H is like super useful in this because you can like duck their far slash and then 2H it. So like you need a 2H to like stop their 2H or whatever, and like yeah, it's like the entire mini game in the neutral is like based around trying to make them fall for it and like ducking and stuff.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say, sometimes it is like overwhelming how much recovery Faust 6H has. Dude!
Yeah. It's horrendous. I don't know why it's so bad, honestly. It doesn't need to be that bad.
It has like half the recovery in plus R, and he can also kill you off it.
Yeah, it like does not need to be like that. I don't know why his 6H has so much recovery.
The victory animation was delayed because he got blown up. This is comedy.
That's my favorite thing, is like when a fighting game has something after the round, so you just get duffed by some random thing in the background. It's just so
Dude,
sad.
Isn't it so fucked up that post KOs aren't in fighting games much anymore? Like,
I mean, you can still do it in this game, thankfully.
You can do it in this game, like, but Vanilla Street Fighter 4 had it, and it was so disrespectful. Like, you could just jab them in the air, just like.
It's so nice. I love it. I usually do the same thing. I almost always like do the same answer. Like every time I win around in plus R, I do IAD back, jump D. Like it's just always, it's my automatic, like I just won the round and I just do it. But like, sometimes you're like in a funny spot and you kill them by doing the same move over and over. So then you just do the move again because you're like, haha, funny. Like funny. That's just, it's just a nice thing to have.
Oh my God. Okay, immediately. Like, the funny thing is I feel like in the Faust mirror, you can get in this lull where you start throwing items, and it's like neither of you can stop. Like, the zoning is just suddenly so existent that you can't.
Yeah, like, Faust is kind of that character where when he gets rolling sometimes, like, you're just kind of stuck, actually, in terms of, like, what's happening to you. You're like, oh, I actually can't move because of the items, which... he needs the right pattern or the right distance to do it, but it can definitely happen. Oh, that's a good trumpet,
huge.
too.
Yeah, this is
You're dead.
Yeah.
You're so smoked there. Your options are so bad. You, like... not only was it, like, you picked up the trumpet so the little homies were coming, and you threw hammer. So, like, what are you gonna do? Like, that command grab is, like, so free.
Big 6 feet. Nothing? Okay, weird. I think Insomnia's cat took a bite out of the cable.
Mm-hmm. I think that needs to be a 5K there, or like an air-to-air. When you block jump 2K high up like that, there's got to be a little challenge.
Yeah, that's like risky, just J2K'ing over the bomb bag. I feel like LoveColored has been getting in trouble for that. Watch the bomb, kid. Watch the bomb, kid.
The bomb. They both got hit.
Dude, I was like, who's in the corner?
Oh, that was great. I have to say, Insomnia's recognition on the items has been really good so far. Still gonna pop. Yep. Oh, the hammer saved the day there. Nice. That was good spacing. I gotta say, I think the big difference there is probably the awareness on items for command grabs for Insomnia.
I mean, Insomnia had, I think, a lot of critical anti-airs there, right? They were recognizing that LoveColored's trying to get around, like, the bomb bags and the zoning a lot with J2K, and, like, Faust, I don't know if you know the Sajam, Faust XP is an okay button. It's all right. Yeah,
it's funny because it feels designed to smoke Faust. It has such incredibly high vertical clearance, you know?
Yeah. Where it's like, yeah, like, it's like when you have a sword that's 19 times bigger than you. It's like, what's this for? And it's like, oh, yeah. It's for the Faust mirror.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, who is the one creature that this instantly defeats? Yeah. Oh, myself. Every big sword has a big thing it needs to kill.
That's beautiful, Sajam.
That's true. It's true. It's designed to kill one thing, or
what
maybe
the fuck
it's
is happening?
There's 2 trumpets, right? Oh no, there's only 1, I guess.
I think the kids actually like made the 6H almost unsafe because I think it made it like they knocked him out of the hit stun.
Yeah, I think you might be right. The mini Faust here is gonna hit, right? Yeah. I had to remember whose it was, but mini Faust is like playing flag football, like has the colors on, so you can just be like, oh, okay. Oh, and has trumpet.
That was a good mix. They like just kind of go forward into the trumpet there. Have the meter to do it. Okay. Goes over to some good pull.
Was that 2H that hit that?
It was, yeah.
I thought that was like 2S. I was like, that makes sense, I guess, but it wasn't. And now I'm confused. I have no idea how 2H anti-aired that.
Dude, Insomnia, like, they pick their loadout. They're a grappler Faust. That's just what they are.
Oh, man.
Also, how's it going there, Krakatoa?
Just akimboed it. Yes, command grab because of the hammer toss.
Missed the fuzzy, which, I mean, makes sense, right? If there's any character that's going to whiff on, it's going to be Faust.
He's the tallest and shortest character at the same time.
It's had 3 hits.
The little gloves is what makes me laugh. He's got such spindly fingers, too.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the little homies.
Wait, but the other little homies... Oh, my God. There's like 19 characters on screen. This is a MOBA.
This bomb could be big, though.
It didn't want any of that piloted back.
That was like a cartoon, like, just, like, starts flying in one direction and is like, nah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, it started coyote timing off the cliff.
Yeah, I saw the Acme Anvil falling. You're like, I don't want to go wrong.
Double Luigi between the 2 Fausts. This is last round.
Oh, you got to challenge us. I think 6P maybe is also probably fine after you block jump 2K. There's probably a button after that Faust has that's always good. And I'm guessing it's that, or 5K.
Also, 6P is just probably generally good. Like,
yeah.
Against a lot of grounded buttons.
Yeah, for sure. The only problem is maybe that the other person's doing 2H. And then, like, you can duck their far slash and then use your 2H, so.
I wonder if he had ERC there. I mean, I guess that wasn't going to pop yet.
Yeah, it's probably to make sure.
LoveColored's cranked. He's got to be careful.
Whisk is Quang.
What? That hit!
It's funny how that works. It's funny how that works, though, no? Because the longer jump 2K goes, the more likely it's going to hit. I don't know why, but there's something about it.
It gains power the longer he's going. That was like functionally like a 130 frame startup special move for your character.
Yeah.
Like all the way
it's the
down.
slowest startup attack in the game, like just flying across the screen. Someone post the copy pasta or whatever. But what's it called? Yeah, I mean, I think both of those Faust players, as you can tell by the match, but also their tournament progress, I think both pretty solid and like look pretty even in skill level, if I'm honest with you. I think they were both doing mostly the right stuff for the match. So
I think Insomnia, though, just did a good job sniffing out like the command grabs be hitting and just kept doing it, right? Which is, you gotta, it's a first of 2. You gotta, if something's working, just keep pulling at it. And it was up to like Colored, I think, to adapt there.
And I was gonna say too, like, in that case, I would say either of them or both of them should figure out what beats Jump 2K's follow-up options for Faust, because they both need to know it. And I don't think either of them really had a good idea in the set. So it's probably something to look at so that they both then know, like, oh, what can we do in the mirror when someone's jump 2K'ing me?
Sorry, I was asked if the room was full. I don't think it is.
Man, the clip of mini Faust.
Cursev, can you join now? All right, Insomnia's out of here. Yes, I appreciate all of you freeloading at my house, which is in our living male space. Please don't judge, but if you're not playing, please leave. Restart your game real quick? All right. That is totally fine. We're waiting now for the big winners finals. Yeah, that clip is good.
That clip is broken. I'm watching it. It's really killing me. It's making me laugh so hard.
Yeah, sometimes that happens with Strive, where it's just you have bad juju with somebody, and you just have to restart the game for some reason.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a software engineer, so I know. You know, sometimes a bit is supposed to be 1, but then it's 0, and you just gotta restart. You know, it's just the way it goes. I'm not a software engineer. I have no idea what's going on. Please help. I
was with you. I was like, that sounds right. Like, sounds good on my end.
How's everybody doing? Are you having fun watching the tournament tonight? I hope you are. I don't know why I closed the bracket. That's going to make this a little bit harder.
You are indeed the person who should probably have the bracket.
I probably should, theoretically. But yeah, so we're going to have Cursev and Ellie fight up in Winners Finals. That should be Zato and Testament, which is interesting. And then waiting down on loser semis is Albertdoug and LoveColored.
Yeah.
Sorry, Insomnia.
Insomnia, who just won against LoveColored, yeah. It was a nice little Faust mirror, though. It's hard to tell what's happening.
Yes. That was a lovely mirror of you know, it's like, it's dopamine the mirror, right? It's just like, oh shit, they're blowing up.
Yeah. All
right. Winners Finals, everybody. Make some noise if you can, as I slowly update the header here, which I'm failing to do. It's going to be Ellie up against Cursev.
Hard to do.
Dude, I gotta say, you are on point on the tournament Saturday with updating the header. I was like, damn, he's good.
I always forget. It's like, I mean, like at the last second, I'm like, oh yeah, I should do it. You don't know how many times right before the match started, I remember to do it. And I go,
the Canadian gold burst aggressive.
That is.
Those are the rarest types of gold bursts. Okay, that was great. That 2K2D.
The moose is loose. That was a violent burst. I don't know about all that. I also don't know about the RC there for Cursev. I think you want to hold the corner against Otto so you don't have to like deal with him running away and doing this. This is the exact problem with letting the corner go, I think, because that sequence didn't have to happen. You could have held the corner and didn't vibe him. Oh no.
Wait, is that going to be able to... No, yeah, that was way too slow.
No, but it's like plus a billion, so...
Yeah. Yeah, now Ellie has the way in. Chip is going to be a massive return here. Poking out. Okay. Ooh!
That's big.
You got to get the ladies in here or something. I felt like you had to put pressure on Ellie there in some way. And like they RC'd earlier, like you were saying. I feel like that also could have just been super. Like that could have been anything.
Yeah.
On break the wall too.
Yeah, super would have been sick, and also just like front throw into like Oki is good there too, because the next it's gonna pop it anyway. In this matchup also against Zato, Fireball is great. Fireball into Pro is really not easy for him to deal with because the Fireball, especially the charged up one, is quite pesky for when you're summoning Eddie, because you know he just wants to get Eddie out, and then there's a Fireball, yeah, like that, and so you have to oppose. And then if he's going to oppose, he wants to shoot Eddie at you after, which is great because then you do 2K to poke it and you're just chilling.
Also, a reminder, everybody, this is going to be first to 3 since this is Winners Finals, not first to 2. I hope Cursev knows because they got mixed up earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Falling button wasn't ready for it.
I think the burst is good here, too.
I wonder why they did the up dig through the witches there.
You know, that's a good question. It's okay if you teleport to it immediately after, I think. Yeah, because otherwise you're going to end up, you know, sandwiched anyway. Maybe looking for Zato to go up in the space there, I guess, but I think the grounded one is so good at stopping Eddie from doing what he wants to do anyway.
Yeah, maybe trying to kill Frog explicitly?
Yeah, maybe. That's actually not a bad idea.
Stop calling the Eddie color that. Mods, get blasted. Knock it off.
Also, I would have loved if Cursev there did Arbiter Sign RC because you lose the corner, and now this is happening to you. Oh, God. Now this is happening to you.
You really wanted a sword.
Oh!
Is every Gator hit this whole tournament?
I think you're right. I feel like the Gator has really been an effective reversal super. It's good. The Chomp. I love that super.
Dude.
It's also like on air block, it's not easy to punish because, you know, you have extra blocks on when you block things in the air. So even though the super is pretty negative, if you block it far up in the air like that, jumping away, it's hard to punish a lot of times.
Yeah, no, for sure. We did see an Arbiter sign earlier in the set, which I feel like is quickly becoming like the forbidden special move for like Testament players.
It's like people use it a lot and then use it a little bit less, and then you got to use it. Like, especially when you have Stain, it's not bad, but it's like a really funny that I think it's a bit matchup specific. You can't just like use it in every matchup all the time. Like if you use it against Ram, she blocks it, it's over.
Yeah, you just die. It's GG's.
Yeah, like GG's big fan.
That was a pretty gentle punish on the burst, unfortunately.
Yeah, just a little love tap.
Don't do that.
I
Good corner
would have loved to
escape
see 5k 6h there on the burst punish, at least if you're gonna hit 5k. This looks good though. Nice little pickup in the corner.
It does, and I think Ellie breaking the wall there is okay because I feel like they've been pretty comfortable in the neutral overall.
Yeah. And in general too, like if you're Zato in this matchup, you're probably okay resetting to neutral compared to Testament, who wants to hold the corner.
That was a great bombo off that drunkard.
Boom! Yeah, that was sick.
So much damage.
Yeah, if you're the Testament player too, I would love to see teleporting a bit more. When you shoot the Grave Reaper slightly farther, it would be nice to maybe represent that option a bit. Burst here is scary.
Nice. Ellie. He's got the one.
Looking good. I love
Also,
to see
somebody in chat asked, why does Zone have a Mayo emote? Really? You're not sure? You don't know?
Good question.
Y'all are... I hate all of you. Get out of my stream chat. I want there to be one viewer.
Scram.
I want there to be one viewer, which is Sajam. That's it. He's the only one allowed.
This is me.
All right. Tied up 1-1.
Oh, that's
we are
true.
both mods, lol. Shit. The worst mods.
You know, I didn't realize that it's true that Testament also has like a gray fireball that they shoot. So like both of these characters are shooting the same colored projectiles, and it's like, yeah, that's not good. I feel like they should pick different colors for that reason, but you know.
I wonder if Ellie did that sword to explicitly call out the autopilot crow after fireball there.
Probably. It's a really common option. I mean, it's good, right? It's like, there's a reason people do it. That right there, the crow hit Eddie, which is like really annoying if you're Zato.
Okay, didn't get the combo off of that time. Cursev kind of got away with it. Wow, 6Ps. Ellie. Okay, yeah, Gator's gonna hit. Dude, these Gators, I'm telling you, they're hitting different out here.
Yeah.
Everybody on Twitter was like, I'm sorry, did you see the startup, Sweaty? Don't think you're using that as a reversal. Getting the big shark grab. Did he have to RC?
Well, with the RC, it could have been the kill, but yeah, you don't have to. Otherwise, you can just let the thing go and then Oki after, but either's fine. You know, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. That's what you want to do.
That's huge. That bird killed Eddie and stained Zato. That was a good bird.
Pro is cheap. That's what I'm saying. Pro is cheap in this matchup. I think it's so good. It's like, you got to use it. And like, it's also not easy for Zato to deal with it. Like,
no.
He doesn't have the best jump back arc to like get over it all the time. Like, it depends on the character, how easy it is for them to avoid it at some ranges. Or to like run up and duck. I love watching just like button, and a pose is like, huh?
No, again, what are these bursts from Ellie? They're so weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we haven't seen a single burst.
Eddie behind him?
It might have. I mean, Testament's 6P is absurd.
Did that happen, chat? Am I crazy? The frog was going up behind, and they 6P'd, and it killed everything.
Yeah, it's a really good 6P. I mean, it's a good button, and it's like also a great 6P. Like, it would be fine even if it didn't have 6P properties. Oh, that sucks. The throw too far. In the air, too, because of the jump K.
Yeah, that was good composure from Cursev, because I got really scrambly. Wow, challenging.
I would say one thing that you have to use with Testament in this matchup, too, is the lights to hit Eddie a bit more. Like, we've seen a lot of like Eddie getting beaten by oh, if that was super, you win.
Yeah, that should have been sharp.
We've seen a lot of Eddie getting beaten by like fireball into Crow, which is fine, but you also have to hit it with your own normal sometimes. 2K after for the low.
Ellie's gonna go up 2-1 here.
Mm-hmm. You need just a little bit more. A little bit more 2K or 2P or whatever.
Yep.
Like, this character's got the giraffe 5P and 2P that are like... Their arms look so ridiculous when they hit the move. I don't know what's happening. But they're incredibly brawlic at hitting Eddie. I promise you, they're so good.
I need you to understand that genuinely every time I hear it, I do just think like, yeah, like Brawly. Like that is all my brain goes to. Like, yeah, they got the Bayonetta proportions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 5P and 2P hit like animations are like some real giraffe character normal shit. I don't know what's happening.
Some straight up. Oh, dude, that was really risky burst.
Yeah. Oh. Jumped the into the command grab.
Are you dumb? Is that a new Zato super? No, they've always had 2 supers.
Yeah. Zato's just chilling. He's got Amorphous and Sun Void.
The giraffe 5Ps out the air.
That is a giraffe move, I promise.
It's just big 2D. Okay, that was like a Street Fighter sweep.
Mm-hmm. Not buying it. Like, look, I'm just gonna do it. That is another good example of a situation where if you're the Testament player and you shoot the Grave Reaper and it's behind them like that, teleport's a great option. That you need to represent a bit more, especially when they're stained, because teleport into 2K will pop for a full combo. So it's really valuable, right? You get a lot out of it.
That did so much fucking damage, dude. Unfortunate. All right, Ellie is looking strong. Oh no, wrong way. Okay, wait. This could be big for Cursev.
Great air throw.
Yeah, it was. Bird's up. No! I feel like, unfortunately, when the bird doesn't work, it looks like Cursev is kind of at a loss for how to handle the neutral. I think that's going to punish. No? Okay.
But still plus after, which is the pesky part. Oh.
Did you ever 6P one way, turn around 6P the other? Dude, these Zato players.
That was like a 360 no-scope. Just, like, spun around and, like, was like, yeah, I'm doing it.
Just you.
That was in the montage for sure. 360 ladder stall, no scope, 6P from Zato. He's like, everybody's screaming in the lobbies. Too good.
Well, Ellie is going to take it there, and they're going to be chilling up in the big grand finals. They're going to be, and then Cursev moving down to losers finals. They're waiting for the winner of Insomnia and Albertdoug. And I know Albertdoug was sent to losers by a Faust, if I remember correctly. I remember who it was, because we had a little bit of a Faust infestation.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right about that, from my memory.
Let me see. Yes, Albertdoug was sent to losers by Insomnia, so this is a revenge match. They happen to get the same Faust twice in a row.
I love what in the world is a ladder stall?
I actually don't know. I've never played Call of Duty. Would you believe that?
A ladder stall is, yeah. So you can probably imagine you're like spinning in the air or jumping, and you land on the ladder, and then you jump off the ladder and then continue spinning. So you use it as like a pivot point to gain an additional jump, and you stall on the ladder and then you jump again. So it resets your air actions for you fighting game players. Think about it like that.
Did I ever tell you the one time I played Counter-Strike 1.6 a billion years ago? I was like blasting people, and I found a cool looking vent, and I was like, this is a good vent. And I walk in the vent, I'm blasting people with the vent, and the admin DMs me and says no vent camping. I got banned. And I was like, that's tight. Damn, you know, this is I'm
not allowed to go in the vent.
No venting, dude. It was like so fast. I couldn't have killed more than like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, you killed one person, and that person was the admin, and they're like, well,
yeah, right.
Well.
Okay,
you're kind of sus. That's true. You're in the vent.
Can you think of anything more diametrically opposed to Among Us than CS 1.6? Like, that is, I've got a kids and a mortgage.
Yeah.
And Among Us is like, I drink a Capri Sun from the bottom side by sticking the straw through it. Like,
yeah. I can't think of anything more different in my life.
Well, we're waiting here for our gamers to get on in. Whenever you're ready.
You know, it's funny because there's like a vent in one of the maps, or like a chute that you drop out of in Valorant, and people just call it, and you would think they would say like vent or chute, but people just scream Amogus, or like they just yell sussy, and I'm like, why don't you just say that? Not all these are bad call outs. I don't like any of those. Just say chute or vent. Like, don't yell Amogus or imposter. Just yell vent or chute.
So like, you know how speedrunners are obsessed with coming up with really dumb phrases for things?
Yes.
When I got really into Crash Team Racing for a bit.
CTR, you'd love to see it.
And they call keeping your speed in that game like hyper sacred fire, and I'm like, please don't call it that. Like,
that's mega sick. You loved it. Like that is a sick name.
Anyway, Albertdoug up against Insomnia.
Earlier we did see this earlier. Oh, good lord.
That's a lot of damage.
No. You know, it could have been a lot of damage. It could have been.
You could have been dead, like, basically.
I was going to say, we saw earlier that the problem that Albertdoug was having was largely defensively, not big chilling. It was like every wake up was like backdash or back jump or attack, or there was not a lot of chilling on wake up, and so the Faust player just kind of 2K'd them to death.
Dude, Insomnia just believed in the items there. They were like, I'm the chosen one. This will anti-air. And it was many buffs and he died.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. You're like, this'll do, I'm sure.
Oh shit, he's a big bugle boy. The big bugle for the boys? Okay, not hit by the scalpel. Albertdoug's blocking, I feel like, considerably more, at least in like pressure sequence situations.
I think an okay RC. I don't think you really want to do that to break the wall there. It's probably better to just take the knockdown, but it's fine. It gets the job done. You got the corner now, and you have meter because you broke the wall, and you have positive bonus.
Jeez, Insomnia is getting rushed down right now. Dead? I thought he was going to be alive by a pixel there. Insomnia didn't even get to use their burst.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. It's hard to burst sometimes in those moments because like you're floating sort of like towards the wall, and you're like, if I burst here, is it going to be too high? Or then you get instantly wall splatted, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm dead.
The community of the fighting game you play calls 668 input the divergent jump cannon. All right.
I see.
That's you know, I don't agree. Although I do call holding 3 the scoundrel stance. So, I mean, that is...
Scoundrel stance?
Do you remember forever ago, there was that... It was like cardinal directions for the joystick. And they're all named different shit. Like 8 was like the wings of Icarus. 3 was the scoundrel stance.
I do remember. I gotta find that. The scoundrel's approach. That's pretty deep. I gotta find that, because I'm sure the names on them are really funny.
They're really funny. Okay. Oh! Okay, has a chance here.
I'm surprised the meteors didn't hit the end of the burst, actually. Oh, this is a punish. Well, unless you RC.
Watch the meteors, son. Dude, these meteors are going wide.
They are not hitting, I gotta say. This is not a Final Fantasy meteor. They are just, it's just going the complete wrong direction. Oh, that should be the kill.
The rushdown's working out here for Albert.
Yeah, I feel like Albert's spending a lot less time getting caught with like, oh no, this could hurt. Yeah, even not getting the right way on the KO or anything right there is still pretty good for you, I think. But I was going to say, I think Albert's spending less time getting tagged and neutral than the other set, which is important. Well, okay, the Olin weight's coming down, yep.
There's so many bombs. Dude.
Oh, the bomb!
No! No! The combo off the bomb! You hit, dude. That's when Faust players, I think, like, immediately, their thumb's already on alt, and they're hovering over the F4, but it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're waiting for the patch. They're like, Daisuke, what have you done? How have you forsaken me? Oh.
Try to go for it again? What are these 5Ds from Insomnia? But Insomnia's on their last, like...
That's so... You tried to go for the mix-up after the overhead low. You hate to see it. Especially because, like, in that case... I think the mix-up was supposed to be like overhead, fast RC low, but like the gap just meant that the super came out instead. Like if you just went low, I think you would have been fine.
That was a great 6P there. Dude, he got his own throw. That was a great 6P there, just because it was a cold stop to the KO, because Albert's been going nuts so much. Ow!
Wall break? Yeah, that's gonna hurt. You get positive bonus off of it too. It's like one of the only moves in the game that does that, actually. That just wall breaks. Oh,
dude, twerking on his score. Bold. Okay, Mini Faust on active, I think, right? He's just cruising.
Yeah, he's gone. But if you back up far enough, you might run into him. Okay, I don't think it's gonna be a factor anymore.
What? I wonder what Albert tried to do. Bugle for the boys. You gotta watch the bugle. No!
Oh, one little kid. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Yeah, that definitely is not punishable. That was that. Oh, that was spaghetti scramble. Insomnia kept it together, though.
Yeah, that's one thing that's pretty important against Anji too, is when you block the low like that, if you're close, most characters have a punish, even if it's like a little tap. And getting that little tap there it could have been the difference, right? Because, you know, when you're that low in life, it's just going to kill, so.
It's hard, though, right? That's when you're, like, you're down to your last, like, little bit, and someone does an unsafe move they've never done before, and you're just like, ah! Like.
Yeah. You're like, I don't believe, and you're like, oh, God, and then you're like, oh, God. What's going to happen?
Tied up 1-1, Sajam.
Yeah, and this is first of 2, right?
First of 2.
Loser semis.
Yep.
This is, you're fighting for the chance to get banned.
Yeah, isn't that exciting?
That is exciting. It's like, am I good enough to get banned? Oh. I love flying away right there.
That was such a risky Fujin. A big 5K? All right.
Just kick him with the... right in the teeth. Like, I like it. I like a little bit more spin instead of just raw Fujin or Ko all the time, because I think spin is a bit more, you know, you're calling out.
Oh, no! Oh, dude. That was drops into mix-ups. The over. I just realized Faust has pretty nice shoes.
Yeah, he's got a nice kick. He's fashionable. Right. Oh, that sucks. How did 6H not hit right there? I've never felt bad for a Faust player until that moment. I gotta be honest. Uh-oh. Yeah, no confirm off the close slash. This is looking rough though at this point. If you're Insomnia, you're down a lot.
Wait a minute.
A little banana.
Kids out.
Okay, Mini Faust is gonna get active, so you can throw here. Yeah. Wait hits, you can throw again.
Bugle.
We get the trumpet here.
No, it wasn't quite fast enough. That sucks. I feel like he should have just gone for like something else. Punish on the J2K, but not quite.
No punish either. Okay, that jump 2K was pretty important. Back dash.
Nice.
What a response.
Nice.
Worked out perfectly.
Albertdoug is going to move on here into the big top 3. We've only got 2 more games left in the bag, everybody. And then Sajam can finally rest his weary bones.
I am tired, I gotta say. I realized it after running the tournament Saturday. I was like, tournament went piece of cake, like everything was good, like we were just vibing, and then I slept for like 11 hours after, and I was like, oh, maybe I was more tired than I realized.
Whoops. Dude,
especially streaming today and then having the tournament after, it's essentially like a 6 or something hour stream so far, 7 almost.
I've been having like a hard time sleeping lately, and I've been having really weird dreams. And I had a dream last night that I was like in Evo. I was in top 8 for Strive, and I was fighting somebody, and I was like, I've never played Gold Lewis in my life, and I'm gonna play Gold Lewis. And I was just doing optimal bombos and destroying them, and I was like, damn, I'm good. And I woke up and I was just like, I guess some part of my brain is like, shit, I want to be a good Gold Lewis. That's somewhere in there.
Yes, that maybe. I wish all my dreams were about Gold Lewis and Evo, because, you know, that sounds great. Gold Lewis is sick. That character is so tight.
I also had a dream that I got on a bus, and they were like, sorry, you're going to a different high school starting today, and the high school was half submerged in toxic waste, and it was like a Dark Souls swamp level, and there was just a bunch of guys in hazmat suits trying to suck it up with hoses, and then they would just squirt it back out on the floor, and they're like, there's nothing we can do.
That sounds like Jersey. Are you sure it's the Dark Souls? That sounds pretty normal. Losers finals.
Anyway, it's going to be Albertdoug versus Cursev here in Big Losers finals.
And again, I think this matchup actually, Testament's got some juice. Because I think the Fireball and the Crow are both not easy for Anji to deal with. Because you shoot the Fireball, and then, like, he wants the spin, but then spinning doesn't feel that good because...
What a scoop! God, I thought he was out of there.
Good lord. This could be the kill with Super or 6H. You like throw the Fireball, and if Anji spins that, then the Crow is guaranteed, and if you spin the Crow, then you can challenge after with a different button. So like, it kind of feels bad for him to approach in the neutral, I think, sometimes against Testament.
So it says that it's a miserable matchup for Anji, and they're definitely Anji gaming, so...
Yeah, I mean, I like fighting Anji with Testament, so...
I think it is a fun time.
Yeah, in general, I like fighting Anji for the most part. I fight a lot of Anjis because there's so many in my Discord and my stream and stuff in general, so... Like, I think a lot of people like this character, even though he's not the strongest. Like, a lot of people just think he's cool, so they just want to play him.
I don't know if I would have RC'd there.
Yeah, you didn't need to because of the stain.
It was stained, but I mean also like that's so much meter to dump on like a little bit more damage when like you need a lot more for a win comp here, I think.
Yeah, throw RC is like almost always wrong unless it's gonna kill. It very rarely gives you that much, unless you like have a command grab that like has a big reward after or something. Right there, that's yeah, you just crow there, and then if spin is your problem, I think you should just be throwing more fireballs as Testament, or letting the spin go, and then after the spin is over, you just like what's it called? You punish with like whatever button. See right there, you can just crow again, or wait slightly longer and do 5k, and Anji dies.
Dude, Albertdoug is moving in though. These spins are working. No! Does he think that he built super maybe?
I was just gonna say, I think Anji tried to super, but or you don't have super, or maybe it was Ko and like just missed the Ko.
They were like so close to super though. They might have eyeballed it, thought they were gonna build it, and then happened to not. But could have just been Ko.
Yeah. I would say if the Testament player just played a little tighter, like you delay those moves a little bit, you're gonna own Anji, because like you just let Anji spin, and then afterwards you hit 5k when he's stained, and he just dies. You do like close slash 2h, you know, into fireball or whatever, and you're just vibing. You're just having the time of your life.
Danish, did you just say spin to win till you die, like a reference to that old 80s song? You're all right. Yeah, I think Test 6P is also so useful in this matchup, I feel, just because after Ko, it's like the shenanigans are over, right? Like, there's no way you're going to be able to do anything else.
And like situations like that where Anji tried to spin and the startup just gets stuffed by 2k, and then like you have stains, so he just dies. Like, yeah, it's pretty good. Especially even right there, for instance, you could have just 5p'd the Ko, and then Ko just gets smoked.
I feel like the 5Ks from Cursev are going to get smoked.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit too much attacking in neutral into the spin. Like, you kind of got to let it go sometimes. Blocked, yeah.
It's okay. 100 meter. Got to turn this gator into a croc.
Oh, it missed, but then the overhead reset, the classic. Tale as old as time.
It is a strength of Anji, right? Like, if things drop sometimes, you just go, oh, mix up.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I guess I'm gaming, and you just get the hit. You're like, I'll take it. I am the gamer. I don't love the up skull. I gotta be honest. I feel like
it's a risk, right? Like that was Albert was waiting so long for that first.
I think the up skull's not doing too much here. I think you should throw the fireball, and then like if you think they're gonna approach in the air, up skull is not doing too much for you if you're not gonna be in range to capitalize off of it. Like you should just shoot the ground fireball and then anti-air if they jump. And if you want to shoot the H skull, you should sometimes teleport to it so that your opponent is like not ready for that. You know, that's like a really good option too.
Yeah, right. Like I think it's also it's an unnecessarily committal, I think, form of controlling the air for a character who can control the air very well, right? Like
yeah, it's not really getting you too much. And also like I would say
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this looks way better. And also, just delay your moves a little bit and let Anji spin, because Anji is spinning. Like, Albertdoug is spinning away, and if your opponent's spinning, you know, you gotta let him spin and then punish after.
They did the old giraffe punch.
Yeah, the old giraffe, reaching for the tallest thing on the tree.
I'd make a giraffe noise as a joke. I don't know what noise a giraffe makes to you.
They say, I don't know, arbiter sign. I'm pretty sure.
Walk up to the giraffe and they go, honorable to the side. Okay, Big Fujin. Albertdoug is now 1 round away.
Yeah, it's definitely, this is a case of like when you want to control space against Anji, sometimes less is more, because like you need to let him do the unsafe thing so that you can punish. Otherwise, it's not an unsafe thing. He's just doing it and he's hitting us.
I think Cursev's actually adapting really well, except I don't like that up skull, but like they're controlling the ground. They're using 6H because sometimes Albertdoug is using, okay. That was actually, I think it hit like the later active frames of 5k there, so testing was actually plus instead of -.
Yeah, I think that's right. This looks good. Oh, that would have been good if it was 5k 6h. Again, right there, when that spin happens, you just run up and delay your move a little bit, and Anji is in a bad spot. You know, you just got to deal with whatever you want to do after, and the spin's done nothing for him. So that's what I want to see a little bit more of.
Nice.
That was great. That 6p was perfectly placed.
And also the use of 6H, because 6H is kind of large. Oh my god. Now that... I like that adaptation, though, for Albert, though, right? Because Cursev is now playing a little bit more reactive, and Albert is trying to take advantage of that, approaching just by running on the ground. Smart. Fusion!
Uh-oh. This hurts. Yeah, even with, like, not an optimal combo into a drop, that did a ton. Oh, a little spin-a-rooney.
Cursev's got a pixel now left in them for this tournament. Oh, no! No! No!
Oh, double no, triple no. Well, it all worked out because if Albertdoug did the right thing, then you were dead anyway. But then the wrong thing happened, and then the wrong thing almost worked, and then it's all fine.
Well, just like that, Cursev is going to be out of this tournament in 3rd place, which you all know what that means, Chatteroonie. Everybody hold on for 1 second. Everybody, please rise at this point in the tournament in order for us to all say and join hands, Cursev, thank you very much for playing in tonight's Weebcup. However, you are banned. I hope to never see you again, Cursev. As much as we appreciated your time today, you are not welcome at next week's or any week's Beginner Bracket Weebcup. We hope to see you in the open bracket, where you can continue to game. And thank you also very much for the big sub while you're getting banned. I appreciate it, Cursev.
Well played and get lost.
Well played.
That's how it goes.
And let the door hit you on the way out. Thank you very much, Cursev, for playing. And we're all ready, whenever our gamers are ready, to get into the grand finals for tonight, everybody. This is going to be, make sure you have the names right again, Albertdoug going up against Ellie. Let's get it.
This is interesting to me because I think that Zato is like a really strong character, and he's a really like impactful character on the screen. He's constantly doing stuff that is hard to deal with, and he's got Eddie out there, and he's just really annoying and stuff. But like, I'm so curious if Albertdoug just like twirling up is going to be a problem. That mix-up we saw last time too, pretty sick. I'm a big fan. I'm really curious if like the spin is going to be an issue, or like just doing Fujin through Zato is going to be a problem. Where we kind of just see like Ellie trying to do the same Zato stuff, and then finally someone has got like a tool set that deals with it well.
Yeah, that deals with it like naturally, right? Like.
Yeah.
Also, for the record, they're banned because they did well. They're not banned because they said mean things or anything. We banned the top 3. That's how it works.
Top 3 of this tournament gets banned from being you're no longer a beginner. If you're top 3 in the beginner bracket, you're not a beginner anymore. So scram, and you're too good. So we'll see you in the open bracket tournament, and that way somebody else next week will be in the top 3 getting banned for being too good.
Yep. Otherwise, you wind up in the weird problem where beginner bracket's dominated by a couple people, and that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, you want the beginner bracket to be new gamers being in the top every time.
All right. Got the wall break here. Look at us. Running the pressure. Albertdoug's got to find a way out. Good block, the BRC.
Yeah, I think the pressure has looked great so far, too, from Ellie. There hasn't been a lot of like big moments for Albert to like kind of wiggle and like escape. I think some of the other people we've seen in the tournament so far, their pressure hasn't been quite as tight as Ellie, right? Ellie has some like pretty solid Zato stuff so far, and I think the only time they've really been in danger is when they get put on the back foot and their opponent is running offense, like we saw the really strong Jacko player doing earlier. Like that was kind of where we were like, like, at this moment, is there going to be a problem where like Sent is just going to run over you and you don't get a chance to do your own stuff? But
yeah,
it hasn't really been the case here.
And that's something you see a lot, especially in like online play and stuff, right? People can seem absurdly strong, and then like you knock them down, and it's like, oh god, help, right? Like we talked about this a lot tonight, but offense is a lot easier than defense typically. So it's a matter of like, can Albertdoug mount their offense? Because I think that's really going to be like the kind of key to victory. Although, no!
That is a big punish too. Into the corner, into the super wall splat.
Ellie hasn't really been getting those like wall splat supers, so that's like a good recognition that that's what was happening. Wow.
Look for the counter super. There's the throw to beat it. And yeah, I was just gonna say like, I think a lot of people watch this and be like, Ellie is so good. And I agree. I think Ellie is playing great. I think the biggest weakness that most people have had against them is not challenging Eddie very much, and I think their biggest
right there,
weakness,
as you said that, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. And I think their biggest weakness has been actually like, I think a lot of proactive play, but when someone shuts that down, I think they've looked a little lost, which is probably because most of the people at their level is not, you know, stuffing that so far. So they haven't had to play with people who are killing Eddie, and then they're like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah, right. That's like I remember you talking about playing good old Rinch with the early like Eddie stuff in Strive when a lot of people were like, this character sucks, and it's like, are we fighting the same character here?
Yeah, and like it's funny too because the more matchup knowledge you gain against a character like Zato, the more you begin to see like, oh, these are the moments I can challenge, and then they will not know how to do that unless you do it to them first. You know, like why would I know what to do if someone's challenging some sequence if they've never challenged it? Like, oh, I'll just autopilot and do the thing that works every time, and I'm chilling.
Exactly, and I mean, we're seeing, like, a lot of these rounds, I think, have been decided by what I was saying earlier, which is, like, the fake Zato pressure, right? It's the stuff that is interruptible, and I think Albertdoug just isn't super comfortable challenging the stuff, but gets a run-up Ko, that could be big.
And air blocked the overhead, so a little safer there.
But exactly.
Nice. I like that, too. You know, I was saying this in one of the other matches. I wish Ellie would... Good lord. I don't know.
What are they fishing for?
I don't know what's up with the birds. I wonder if these are accidents, because like they just seem ridiculous to me. I don't understand. But I was gonna say I would like to see them use 5D a bit more. Like they almost never use it, and it's like the one thing that like is so important to Zato's offense.
Yeah, I think genuinely what it is he's trying to do Zato JD into RC to get like the weird Zato suit thing to be funny. But he's just plinking it wrong and getting burst. If I had to guess, that's gonna be death.
Yeah, that is a lot. That that's the one thing about Anji is his damage is quite high, right? If he hits you, you like explode.
Wow, the 2S, that must have been like the tip of it. The hitbox kind of ends at like the palm.
Yeah, and again, I feel like even in this case, when Eddie's gone here, we've kind of seen Ellie just run up and like commit to pretty strong options and like stuff like that, like jump D, like pretty big committal things where if Albert was just like spinning or challenging there, we would probably see a lot more success actually, I think, in this matchup.
Yeah, okay, that was nice there because you saw the oppose coming up. Oppose does have a lot of startup that's identifiable. Oh, that's huge. That's massive.
This is real scary though. Oh,
should be dead. Huh?
Anything.
No.
Anything. That you just got to do anything at that point. There's the overhead.
Not like this, Doug.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, didn't get the cannon. Oppose. Don't get hit by Eddie here. Okay.
Oh no.
No combo.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
Hold it together. Didn't get the 360 skull that time.
I was like so scared this is about to be an unnecessary 2-0. I was like, please no. Like you have anything there, just do jump D, jump D will kill.
Yeah. Oh man, I feel like they input super and they just did it too early and they were just like chilling, like looking
please,
at it.
No, not like this. Just do jump D. Like, anything will be good. I'm okay with anything there. Just break the wall and we're vibing. Like that's all you got to do.
All right, Albertdoug's got one on the board. It's 2-1. Which is surprising. Those first two games are really fast.
Yeah, and I like that we saw the adjustment too, like a little bit more pressure and stuff. A little bit more confidence, I think, in your own play.
Gold bursting can be really valuable for Zato there. Obviously, it's a gigantic freaking risk because as a character with, like, no defensive options, like, your burst could be bad. But, wow, I actually got over the shark. However, having the meter for YRC can be super helpful just in terms of, like, immediately any pressure like we saw there.
Yeah, I like that we're seeing a little bit more 5D, good lord, on the ground because you do need that as like an overhead option to keep your mix-up scary. Okay, break the wall. All right.
That was scary. We saw the quarter circle happen in real time. Okay.
Yeah, I saw every bit of the input. I was like, there it is, the start, beginning, and end.
All right, they got this. Albertdoug, comeback of the century. Is it happening? Well, right now.
Time?
Getting beat up in the corner. Let me break 5K. That did so much fucking damage.
Yeah, you get deleted off that. Wait, what? like the run-up throw into like the throw. I don't actually know whose brain was swelling larger. Like I actually am not sure.
Who was the 5 head? Who was the 6 head?
Yeah. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't get close slash either there, so that's pretty lucky. for Ellie, actually, to be honest. Oh, one-hit frog. You don't get a combo off of it. You could have actually tech there as Ellie. That was not a punish, I don't think.
No, yeah, it didn't say punish.
All right. Offensive burst is fine here, I think, because, you know, Zato's going to die pretty soon. Little scary.
Oh, my God, the spin!
Yeah, I was going to say I wanted to see an unsummon there, too, if you're Ellie. Oh, this is big.
Frog it in. Okay. Ellie's potentially on tournament point here.
Oh, man, that was scary. That was scary. It could have all gone so downhill so fast.
Dude, that was a Street Fighter ass jumping, I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
He connects. Ellie's bleeding. Oh. Yeah, force a burst.
That's actually so lucky that that wasn't gold burst, though, to be honest with you. Yeah, we've seen that jump D like every time so far, I think. And like, I kind of want to see something a little different as like an answer, or I want to see Albertdoug just like punish it.
I think that's the first time we've seen Ellie fly.
Yeah. Well, okay, that was good, I think, to get the meter out in response. Again, when Eddie's behind like that, yeah, we got to see the unsummons, I think. Frog, uh-oh. No kill, no kill.
No kill, no kill.
No unsummon. Yeah, that's got to be like 2H unsummon there so that you get Eddie back.
Yeah, this could be huge. Yeah, the lack of Eddie or immediately took him to the corner. Oh, what is XP? The burst works.
So scary. Overhead, of course,
no!
but no combo.
No,
the throw. That was such a good idea. If that combo off the overhead had worked, just a little bit of a drop.
If Solid Bones has a million number of fans, I am one of them.
For the
if Solid Bones has 10 fans, I am one of them.
Sorry.
If Solid Bones have only one fan, and that is me. If Solid Bones has no fans, that means I am no more on the earth.
Man, that was sick, though.
If World
really
against the Solid Bone.
I gotta say, both of them played great.
Yes, most of them played very good. GG's to everybody tonight. That was hella sick. Yeah, you were both great. Yeah, I mean, I think Ellie's at the point, right, where the extra Zato stuff is gonna start being complicated. It's gonna start being like optimizing your usage of the Eddie meter and like that sort of stuff. Also, I don't know what's going around with the doofy burst there, but I feel like that was getting a little scary. I'd be careful.
You need to like unbind your dust button and bind it to like a different controller or something, because like there's something about the way you burst that is not. Yeah, it's not good.
Dude, have you ever seen the old controller for the Steel Battalion game where you pilot like a mech and it's like the huge thing with like levers and a bunch of switches?
I have not, but
have you never seen that?
Sick. No.
Dude, so you have to eject your pilot if you like are starting to die, otherwise like you lose a ton of progress. And the eject button is literally under a little glass case, so you like flip up and hit the button.
Flip and then hit.
And I always had the idea of binding that to like burst in a Guilty Gear game where you gotta flip it, like turn 2 keys, smash the button, like.
That sounds sick. Well, it was like that for what's the person who plays on the steering wheel? Initial T or whatever his name was. Like, I think the paddle was the burst, if I remember right. Like, the paddle shift on the back of the stick is like the burst, which is pretty sick.
Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. Really quick, I'm going to need all of you to rise one more time again tonight. Let me mute this, because we've got 2 more people to say get the fuck out of here. Good old Albertdoug. That's 2 names. That's too many 2 names. We don't like your kind here anymore. I'm sorry.
That's real Red Dead Redemption 2 NPC name. Right there.
My name's Albertdoug. You gotta get my 5 witchy mechanics out of Albertdoug. You're banned. I hope to never see you again. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I hope to see you in the open brackets. You were looking really hot out there. Great job. And Ellie, for making everybody on my stream say a word that got them banned. Unfortunately, you yourself must be banned, and I, on behalf of everyone in the chat, ask you to reconsider your Zato color. I'm just kidding. But thank you very much for playing tonight. You were our champion tonight, the winner of the whole thing, and Sajam, thank you so much for commentating with me tonight. I really do appreciate you, homie, and I hope you get to go eat a big dinner.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go have big dinner. I also have a big coffee that I ordered that just showed up, which I'm like really hype about. But yeah, it was a pleasure to come on. I'm happy that I could come by and watch some gaming. Even if it isn't a busy week, I was like super down to stop by. I think these tournaments are awesome. So I'm happy that I got to be here for one.
Coffee at this hour? It's only like 7 by him.
only 7. I it's my second afternoon coffee, okay? Like, calm down, everybody, all
Chat,
right?
for the record, I swear I, like, fell recently and knocked a chromosome out of whack because I have consistently thought California was 3 hours ahead of me instead of the other way around. So for Sajam's tournament on Saturday, I woke up at 9 a.m. and I was like, I'm ready. And I was like, wait, fuck, what am I doing? Like, this has happened,
good Lord.
like, 3 different times.
I did not know that.
It's so bad. Okay, anyway, Sajam, thanks again for dropping by. You get out of here, gamer.
Yeah, have a lovely one. Hope everybody has a good one. Thanks for having me, Bones. And thanks everybody who played in the tournament and also stopped by to watch. Later there, gamers.
Bye, dude. Boom! We did it, everybody. Good job, everybody, tonight. Thank you so much for playing. Oh, I forgot. We have to announce who's going to be the next commentator, don't we now? Hold on. Now, hold on, everybody. Get excited. Get hype. Are y'all ready? Next week, for next week's beginner Weebcup. Fix my interface? Shut up. For next week's beginner Weebcup, it will be, get ready, Saint Cola for real this time. It's gonna be Saint Cola next week, the good old commentator that y'all know and love. He'll be dropping by, and that should be a lot of fun. So I'll be posting the bracket for that. Give me like 10 minutes after, because I'm gonna like frankly I'm gonna hop off and like stare at sheetrock for a bit. And then we'll be in it. Okay. All that being said, for those of you who are new here, first of all, thank you all so much for all the follows and stuff and all the subscriptions. Thank you all for the gift subs. That was awfully kind of you. I greatly don't know why you did that. But we're going to go ahead. You know what? We're going to do something different this week. Because lately I haven't been able to thank everybody for dropping the big follows. We're going to roll the outro, and I'm going to try to thank everybody before the outro finishes, okay? That'll be our gimmick this week. So y'all don't have to play along. This is going to be a challenge for me. Holy shit, Generic Soda, thank you for gifting out another big sub-aroonie. To good old Giga Sturz, thanks for rattling my bones. Hold on, Rob's right there. He's there for us. We got him. All right, let's see if I can do this. Thank you all again so much for watching, and thank you to all these new followers. Thank you very much to... Wait. Oh no, my thing broke. Okay, I'm gonna start here. Thank you very much to Trusting Pig, Eric, East Coast Tone, Jasophage, Gastropod 2000, Vicarious, GLXY, Kaizen X, Nike PS, Lazy Rob, Aw Dang G's, TK the Hero, I peed and pooped, Kasia 8000, LaFancy Top Hat. Oh shit, am I too quiet? Okay, hold on, sorry. Sorry. LaFancy Top Hat, C-Stream 67, Opana 12, Kirkalome, GL Snow, Gyaden, Kiar, KR Cook, Kill Monk, Olaya, it is Kevin, Flowers for Algorithm, that's a good name, the OlafOlafson, this is not Hearthstone, TL Vinny, Babel Abraxas, Just Buka, Zobi5353, Maji Bjork, Robin Boro, The Gauge 42, Silvertine, Argus 6, Psycho Dad, Neon X Guys, Emerald Phage, My Achilles, Virgil Fan 69, Gun Kid, LT Shell Shock, Not a Neat Baps, 4 Cubes, Alphas, Blue Squadron, Miss Hari, Inevitable Prophet, Loroco 22, Gibok, The Scrub Show, Exterior Functions, Spicy Cake Guy, Trust My Silver, Dope Bicycle. Hold on, we're gonna need this some more. Hold on. Return of this Jedi, Jess Vulture, Blue Moonside, Nick I, NB, Nasty Plot, Mr. Osman, Krakatoa, Adabobo, Yadaboy Phoenix, D Fantasy, Jawkex, Sir Royko, Alfredo Chicken, Pat Me Harder, Idros Games, Jacko Crack, Whitaker, Zuckerist, I Roar Food, Albertdoug, What the 322, Dangandropa, Captain Palindrome, The Shockwave 48, Uncle Speeps, P-Cubed, Fat Kids Eddie, The Danish PhD, and Stray Dog was taken. Thank you all so much. Yeah, come on. Let's get on with it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go find a big raid. Let's see where we're going tonight. That was a lot of fun. I hope you all had fun watching. I hope you had fun playing. Yes, Fluffy, I will be uploading the VOD after this. Last week, I just, I got, you know, it was a big problem last week because, you see, I got very lazy. You know what you're looking at? This is the intro for the PS1 game of Uno. Consider this girl who's learning Strive for a raid. I could. I'll be honest, I've said this before, I'm always nervous about raiding somebody that I don't know, just because I'm super nervous I'll raid their stream, and they're just like, hey, how's it going? Thank you all for coming. I'm a cannibal, and I hope that you're all okay with that, and I hope I can convert some of you. So, you know, that's just that's where I kind of start in terms of my nerves. Let's see. Let me poke around. Let's see. Shinkenso is streaming. I don't really see any, tournaments going on, really. SQ's doing a celebratory I quit my job stream. Alright, I'll level with you. I'm grouchy at SQ because the last time I rated them after the Strive tournament, and I was like, dude, Strive is sick. I rated them, and literally the first sentence they said was, Strive is so fucking whack. So I'm grouchy. It's like the whole point is that this is like, hell yeah, video games are good. Hold on, I'll find somebody. I might just raid Brian F. What are they doing? They're just streaming, they're just chilling. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do, because I'm crazy, I'm gonna raid Spooky. Spooky's been trying to do more just, general vibe streams, and I support that. So I'm gonna send y'all over to Spooky. They're playing Mega Man Legends. Why don't y'all just go hang out with Spooky? And I'll catch you later, okay? Thank y'all so much again for watching. I greatly appreciate you, and I'll see y'all later.